T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I'll never have to work again. The fiend's still fiending, best believe I'm still serving them. Shorty got a thing for the fast life, working on her OnlyFans and Percocets. Out of touch, I brought it back. Loyalty to...
Come on. Starting the weekend right.
The lottery, if you don't know already, go and download that Spotify,
iTunes.
iTunes.
The SoCo.
Trust me. Ahmed, gang business, brother, each and every time.
Come on. Lovely people, hope you're well. It's Friday evening, and you know what that means? Rival watching Kop-ish Kall-in. Matt, how you doing?
Not too bad, bro. I'm getting more excited as the hours go by about the game tomorrow, man. Trust me, it's going to be a big one. Do you know what I mean? It's always big against Arsenal, and yeah, I'm kind of gassed. Even though I feel a little bit under the weather, as you lot can hear, I'm still here. We move each and every time.
I hear you. I know about being under the weather as well. I can still hear my voice is slightly croaky. It's been a rough week, but as Matt says, we move. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, we're not going to be speaking about the Arsenal-Liverpool game because we did a preview earlier. So, guys, if you missed that, we were joined by the host of the Winners Talking podcast, Pound Sterling, who's a massive Liverpool fan as well. So make sure you check it out if you haven't already. Great preview that was. So, Matt, got a few games to chop up. Some very big games over the weekend. Some games that could really shape how the rest of the season goes as well. Before we get into that as well, we have got a couple of talking points. So a report came out today saying that Liverpool won't be signing in players in January. So we're going to speak about that briefly. We're also going to be speaking about links to Frenkie De Jong, the Dutch midfielder from Barcelona. Apparently, Xavi, as rumor has it, wouldn't be opposed to selling him to bring in some funds for the club.
They need funds for real. They need funds,
which will be interesting. And then obviously we'll get you guys calling in and sharing your comments and statements and questions. So guys, as always, a minute 30 from when you guys get in today. And then me, Matt, and Drift will have a minute to answer your question if you have any. But we are going to be strict this week with a minute and 30 because we don't want to leave people waiting longer than they sort of should be, if that makes sense. Because if we give one person 1 minute 30 and then the next person comes in and gets 5, it's a little bit unfair. So we're going to keep it pretty standard for everyone at the moment, just to see how it goes. All right. So first and foremost, Matt, it's a Friday night. Who are we sponsored by again, bro, for this show?
I believe it is our one and only. That's it, people. I'm sure you've seen me on it already. It's FansBet, people. And listen, this season we've teamed up with FansBet, the fans' leading sports betting company, committed to supporting charities and causes which are important to fans. And do check them out at fansbet.com and claim your bet 10, get 10 welcome offer, people. And terms and restrictions apply. Full details are on the site, 18+. And please do gamble responsibly and visit begambleaware.org for more info, and also check out FansBet responsibly gambling tools. And people, we do a lot of content for FansBet as well. And if you haven't seen it already, I done some stuff with FansBet recently. The other day was talking about a lot of things, to be fair, regarding Liverpool, regarding West Ham, regarding Burnley. Do you know what I mean? So people, go and check out FansBet as well. Check out their handles as well. They're on Twitter, they're on Facebook, they're doing some good stuff, and we are glad to be partnered with them. So big up FansBet each and every time. Trust me.
Big up FansBet. Love those people.
Trust me.
All right then, Matt. So first game of the weekend that we want to preview and give score predictions to, even though we kind of touched on it yesterday on the Prem panel show with KG and George and Lewis.
Yeah.
Leicester City versus Chelsea. Now we've all predicted Chelsea wins here yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you still stick with that?
Yeah, Chelsea still win it for me. I don't see anything changing. I know Leicester will give them a good game, but I think Chelsea being very strong in the form that they're in. I know Drift will love this when I say Mendy's in form. So yeah, I think Chelsea win this, and I think they get a clean sheet as well. And I think Chelsea win it 2-0.
2-0. But I can't. Here's the thing. I can't remember what I said yesterday.
But, I can't even remember.
I'm gonna go with a 2-0 as well.
Yeah.
I just think they'll have too much for Leicester.
For Leicester, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think as well with Leicester, they're kind of having this kind of weird season because they had the amazing game where they mashed up Man United, but then they've lost some games where they shouldn't have as well. So they've been a bit up and down, Leicester. But yeah, I think Chelsea will just have enough for them. Chelsea, I think defensively are so strong in it. So
I have a little theory on it. I don't think defensively they're as strong as people make out. I just think Mendy's been in superb form.
I will say they're one of the better defenses though in the league. You are right, because I kind of contradicted myself because I even said before, how can you have an amazing defense if your goalkeeper's getting peppered in it
and being man of the match and man of their season so far? So
yeah, exactly.
Kind of says a lot
for real.
All right, then Matt, just got a super chat here. Mr. Darcy Drift says, "You men, if we lose tomorrow, I will call in on Monday." If you call in on Monday, that would be a miracle, bro. We're not taking calls on Monday.
We ain't taking no calls, man.
So yeah, but I guess you'll be very upset like we will. Ash says, "Boys, what are we saying about Romain Molina? Gee, some dark stuff going on in our so-called beautiful game. Understand if you can't comment."
Can I be honest?
Pete Owls also. Oh, so you're going to talk about Romain Molina? Sorry, you're going to say something back.
Yeah. So I only saw today a little bit, and I don't want to go into anything. But is it all the stuff? Basically, it's all the mad stuff in it
about France and
yeah. Okay, so I saw a thread. I saw like a thread of what someone done. So I don't know whether it's all accurate or not. But I mean, I don't even know what to say because again, it's like it's reportedly. Is it factual? I don't know. It's sickening to hear as well. If that is the case, when I say sickening, like sickening. I don't know. Like, I don't even want to think about it, to be honest. Because when I saw the thread, I was like, what? What are you talking about? Like, this is mad. But yeah, that's all I can really say at the moment, to be honest. I need to kind of look at it a bit more to kind of give a more, I guess, opinion on the whole matter. But from what I read in that thread, nah, man, it's disturbing and shocking. I can't even lie. I'll be honest. Disgusting.
Yeah.
If that's the case, disgusting.
That's what I was gonna say. Again, it's been reported. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, that was shocking. Some of the stuff I read was absolutely shocking. And people like, I think, Ash Q just said Kanate was listening on it on the live spaces. Yeah, there was a couple of other French players as well listening in.
So this guy done a space? Is that what
he did? Yeah, he did a space. Yeah, and I think even Aaron, shout out to Aaron, who's on our Prem Panel show. I think he was listening to it live, but obviously I think it was in French and being translated. But obviously Aaron could speak fluent French.
Yeah.
And even he was just saying it's crazy what was being said. And the only thing I can say is if it's true, it's heartbreaking. But if it's true, please bring these people to justice and don't let this get covered over. Like,
facts.
It's like some of the stories you hear is so disturbing, man.
Mad disturbing. And the fact of so many people were listening to it as well, I think. And someone just said a minute ago, Fabrizio was backing up that journalist. And here's the thing: it's like sometimes you do wonder, it's like, why would the journalist like pick now? And do you want to know something? Maybe he kind of felt like now is the right time. I don't know. Hold on, bro. 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, cool, bro.
One second.
Ash said Fabrizio is backing up this journalist. There were numerous players in the live, and randomly Dwayne The Rock Johnson was watching the live. Yeah, that's a weird one. See, the fact that there was so many in the live as well. And again, I'm clutching at straws here. Was there potentially a situation where some of these players and or celebrities and influencers were maybe given a heads up that this journalist was going to go public with all this stuff. Because if that's the case, then it's hard to get your head around. It's hard to comment on it. Like, the emotional side of me just wants to tear into the accusations and be like, how can people do these things and these acts to other people? But my brain is saying, one, you've got to kind of see the whole story first before you start accusing. Now, I'm a believer that people should be seen as being innocent before being called guilty. It's just a lot. It was a lot of stuff said, and you just hope that it's not true. But at the same time, if it is true, you hope those people are brought to justice in as harsh a way as possible, in my opinion. We don't know. Drift Joy just chatting about the Romain Molina stuff that came out yesterday about stuff happening in France, past and present, and just saying that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, so I'm not going to comment. I haven't seen. I've been out all day, so I haven't seen nothing. So yeah, I'll have to check it all out later on.
Yeah, it's just very disturbing accusations, but again, don't know whether it's true or not, and can't really accuse people unless we have foundation to it. So
yeah,
very unfortunate.
I not to get too political, you know what I mean? But no, I'll check out whatever it is, and then we'll see. I'll see what's going on.
Just obviously did score prediction for Leicester City versus Chelsea. Obviously, we did one yesterday, but just wanted to know if you changed your mind after a sleep.
What did I say? 2-0, I think I said.
I can't remember. Me and Matt couldn't remember what we said either.
I think I said 2-0 Chelsea. Hey, I'll stick by it. That's what I said. Chelsea will win again.
So I think all of us have said 2-0 Chelsea, to be fair. Watford, Man United.
So Leicester don't have any chance.
Why is Tielemans not? Is it because of the Kevin De Bruyne thing? Or is he actually injured?
He's injured, isn't he? What? Something happened with Kevin De Bruyne? They have a fight or something?
No, Kevin's got COVID.
Oh, no, I think he's injured. I didn't know that.
Okay, because if Kevin's got COVID, I wonder if that's going to have a knock-on effect on some of the other Belgian players as well. Because obviously,
yeah, I was going to say, Bob, because we got Divock.
I was just going to say, so I don't know if that affects Divock. I don't know if that affects. That's why I thought you were talking about Yuri Tielemans just then. But,
yeah.
No, but
he's injured. I don't think he's got. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that's. I thought you were referencing it back to the Kevin De Bruyne situation.
Yeah, I think. I mean, you might be right, but I think it was. I think it's injury. I think he's injured.
Yeah.
Unless he has it, and because they don't want it to look bad, they're saying it's an injury. Sometimes, they do them little things just to take the pressure off him or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, Kadir, shout out to Kadir, who's saying, yeah, that's strange, bro. So why would so many celebrities register into it? They must have been given notice. That itself brings up a whole host of questions. Yeah, very true as well. Another thing, obviously not going to spend long on this, but where did I just see it? Where was it? Dean saying they are getting the three Mendy's mixed up. They're not getting them mixed up by mistake. That's all I'll say about that. Like, I'm not being funny. If someone on the we've got a small audience in comparison to what Chelsea Football Club and Real Madrid has. If someone was to go out and put an article out saying Callum Sanderson robbed Tesco's, they're not going to use Matt's face or Drifty's face, because it's very easy to Google me and find my picture, isn't it? They are not making these mistakes by accident. They are making these mistakes on purpose. And they're making these mistakes because they know it will bring attention and clicks to their news outlets that they wouldn't have otherwise got. It's racism, but it's also capitalizing on society, knowing that negativity and clicks get you engagement and get you money. It's not a mistake. Like, I work in the industry. There is no way I could work in my workplace and we're speaking about a particular person and I Google that person and copy someone else's images when it's been something that's been spoken about for the last 4 months, maybe. It's blatant racism. And me personally, the way you deal with people like that, you don't even click on their articles and you don't even type them in on Twitter. And that's how you bury those people. Don't give them any engagement. It's ridiculous.
Remember that mad time when I think it was Kieran Gibbs got sent off for a foul
for Ox. It's a handball against Chelsea.
So all us mixed race people look the same. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Kieran let Ox let Kieran go down still.
You know what it was though, innit? It was like, bro, I can win the game, innit? You can't. Take this one from me, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Him and Kieran must have some words back in the dressing room, bro. I'd have been like, bro, what happened out there? Oh, I don't know, bro. I don't know. There would have been some.
I'll pay your fine, innit, big man? I'll pay your fine,
bro. You have to pay the fine minimum, bro.
The professionals get fines.
It depends on the club. So,
okay. But the club have to pay a fine to the league, don't they?
I'm not sure.
I heard that the FA charge like, I don't know, £1,000 per yellow card or something, and the club pay it. I'm guessing the club, that might be back in the day. I don't know if it happens now, but I'm sure back in the day that was a rule, and I remember hearing something about players have to pay their own fine or something like that, which is obviously a minor when you're making all that money, but it's still a little bit of a like I'm not gonna lie, if they took like $5,000 out of my paycheck because I got a yellow, I'd still be a bit like, man.
But it depends what you got the yellow for. If you're getting a yellow, I'm gonna be real.
It all makes sense now, bro. That's why them man there let Bowen run through, bro. Okay. Yeah.
What are you saying? Flacco got a yellow card thing on his contract, yeah?
Yeah, like Rebecca probably like had a new pair of Louboutins that he was picking up that weekend. It's like, oh, if I get this fine, that's the lube paid for. Like,
I reckon he's all right still. I could probably buy Louboutin if you wanted to. Ash said, strange how they never get Luke and Frankie mixed up. By the way, I'm for Frank. I'm all for Frankie. I'm all in 50 to 60 mil all day long. We're gonna get onto those. Yeah, I mean it is weird. I've never seen Steven Gerrard mixed up with Anthony Gerrard, for example. I don't even see the De Boer brothers get mixed up. They're twins. Like, they're identical twins, and they don't get mixed up. So as I said, it's not an accident, people. It's not an accident. MP says NBA players get fined $2,000 for every technical foul. Jeez, that's high, isn't it? And
the technical foul is like a minor thing, right?
You could commit all 10 of them in a game, innit?
Yeah, bro. Boy.
Boy.
That's how the club make back their money, innit?
Yeah, for real.
But them man there are on cushy contracts. I know not all of them. But if you're a big boy in the NBA, don't you make like 80 to 100 mil a year?
Yeah, but I don't know how that's all worked out.
I think it's just like, I mean, like I watch a lot of them shows like, what's that show with The Rock in it, that bubble show? How can I bloody forget the name of the show? With the NFL, where he was an agent.
Jamrock. I'm not saying the Ball Brothers. I'm saying the De Boer. Not the
Frankie and
and Ronald.
Yeah, Ronald. Yeah, Ballers. That's it.
Yeah.
Big up Ghost. Yeah, like Ballers and like couple other like kind of shows like that. And like
Ballers is sick still.
When you watch them shows, you see what they're normally trying to negotiate is the whole contract might be worth like 120 mil, but they'll only get like 30 up front guaranteed, and then they have to play to make the rest.
Okay.
And like apparently the better the player you are and the better agent you have, the more you get up front. So like you might get 80 up front on a 150 mil contract, and that's a good contract because that means if you got injured tomorrow, you still got half of the contract you're guaranteed to get. You don't have to play for bonuses and all that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there's more money involved in American sport than there is English in terms of wages. I know that much.
Very interested in that. All right, Watford versus Man United. You were saying yes. I said 1-1. What are you saying?
I think Man United will win. Yeah, I think I said 1-0 or 2-1 Man United. I think, but Man United will win. Man United's gonna win.
What are you saying? What's your final score, bro?
I'm gonna go 2-1 if you push me to make a score on the spot.
I think Matt also said a Man United win, if I'm not mistaken, but I'll double check when he comes back.
NBA don't make as much as the others. 50 mil, 48 mil is the highest NBA. That seems a bit weird though, because
NBA got a salary cap.
Yeah, but I thought it would have been higher than 48 mil though. So LeBron only makes 48 grand, 48 million.
No, but this is what I was going to ask now to anyone who's clued up. Is that his salary, and then is that the same as the sign-on fee? Because he could get a fat signing-on fee, and then he just gets his salary in it, as opposed.
I'm guessing he's got all the endorsements that come in as well.
Yeah, so. That as well. Because, like, say for example, it's like if we, instead of us giving Mo 300k a year for 4, let's say for 4 years, we'd say to him, all right, we're going to give you 60 mil as a sign-on fee, and then we'll give you 100k a year. So 100k a week instead of, like, I wonder if that's how they do it in basketball.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that would make more sense.
I mean, don't get me wrong, 48 million is a lot of money. But I would have thought a man like LeBron would have made way more than that, though. Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
Jamrock saying there's no signing on fee in NBA. Raw.
Maybe NBA players make the majority of their money from endorsements and stuff then.
MP says no sign-on fee, it's just all guaranteed though. So so LeBron makes around 100 mil plus a year from Lakers, and the rest in sponsorship.
Yeah. Half wages and half Nike and all that makes sense.
Yeah, he's still eating good.
It's a little bit like the Formula One drivers. Don't all of their salary come from endorsements and sponsorships and all that?
I think so. That's why they've got stair littered with it. It looks like someone just gone through and dashed like different badges on their suits.
Yeah. Like they jumped into a pool of badges and came out, and they all
came out. Yeah, like
ain't
Mercedes? Oh, okay. Oh, Vodafone.
Aren't the top Formula One drivers the highest paid sportsman in the world, though? Isn't that like the best paid sport or something like that?
No idea. I just know that Lewis Hamilton is rich beyond belief.
I'm sure I read an article that said by the end of his career he'll be a billionaire and he'll be touching Tiger Woods' money.
Golf. Sure. You just said it. Golf is another one where they make big money.
But that's only prize money, so that's all endorsements, isn't it? Really, because you only get prize money for winning. You don't get. It's like tennis. I kind of feel sorry for tennis players because if you don't have a sponsor, you don't really get paid because you only get paid to win, right? I don't even think you get money for going through to the next round, or maybe you do, but you only get the prize money at the end, right?
No idea.
Yeah. Them solo sports are kind of difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'd enjoy having a solo sport. You know,
fighting sports is. Like combat sports as well. Yeah. Everyone assumes that everyone's getting Floyd and Canelo and Anthony Joshua money when it's really not that.
Only the people who've been around for years, like Overeem and that, have made like really good money. And he's had like 48 fights or 50 fights or something.
Yeah, but also you have to remember when they have a fight, they've obviously got to pay for medicals, their own medicals. They've got to pay for their team and coaches and all that. So they're not seeing all that money. So again, it's probably only Conor that's really clear of UFC in terms of money. Like the rest, they may still Khabib as well, but the rest may still have to fight to just kind of.
John Jones probably made enough to be all right.
It's what he spent in other things, though, isn't it, Drew?
No, but I'm saying like he's made. I saw a thing the other day. I can't remember where it was. Overeem across his whole career, not just UFC. I'm sure it said he's made like 20 million or something like that across his whole career, that's good money for a fighter.
But here's the thing, though. So it is good, but there's probably a tipping point where he started being comfortable. So remember, maybe from 0 to 10 or 15 fights, he was maybe just fighting just to stay afloat, innit? Because and then you maybe start 15 to 30, you start being or living slightly better, and then maybe 30 to the rest you're probably comfortable.
Do you know much about K1 and that, how much they get paid when they're, because he was in there for a while, weren't
yeah it fluctuating prices, man.
I know his base wage with UFC is 80 grand per fight plus 10% of pay-per-view, so he normally makes about £1 million for a fight with the UFC.
You mean 800k?
Yeah, so what did I say?
You said 80k. I was going to say, how much, how much pay-per-views is Overeem getting?
Yeah, so 800k. Yeah, he's got 800k flat base fee per fight, and then he gets 10% of the thing. If he's a headline, he gets 10% of the pay-per-view. So he gets about 800 to £1 million per fight, which is He's all right still. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's not bad. But again, though, so you see Nate Diaz. You know what he made in the fight before he fought Conor?
Yeah, it was something stupid, only like 50 grand or something, isn't it?
It was. I think the contract was either 20 and 20 or 40 and 40, which basically means 40 to show up and another 40 if you win. So he would have walked out that fight at 40 if he'd lost the fight. Like, for me, I'm gonna be real with you. Even 800k, I think that's low for a fighter.
Yeah. When you think about the fact that boxers make whatever they make, and UFC is probably a scary, more dangerous sport, yeah, they should be making more than that, without doubt, man.
Sam Max Legend says, as underdogs, Man U got 0 to lose, so they'll go out and win, do it, and claim they are back to their best. Their fans will go hysterical. They'll probably be out the side of Watford Stadium going, see.
I'm not gonna lie. I think they've been grounded now. I don't think they will show up.
They haven't been. Ash said, Bones Jones' family is wealthy. Brothers got money. Yeah, they have. He's very comfortable with that family. Are all talented. His bro's getting like 20 mil a year in the NFL. Both his brothers in the NFL.
I was gonna say, I think they're both.
One of them's more successful than the other, though. I think Arthur's the more. Is it Arthur? It's Arthur and Chandler. I think Arthur's the one who makes the most money. I think he's the more successful out of the two.
They must be coming to the end of their careers, though, right? Because
no idea.
They're quite a few years older than Bones, and he's about, 32, 33 himself. Yeah. So they must be coming to the end of their career now.
Yeah. Without even going on to a tangent, the problem with Jones is he's made good money, but do you know how much more he could have made? Like, it is ridiculous. Like, he lost out on a night deal from when he had the DC incident. Lost out on so many fights he could have had. Probably lost out on pay-per-view as well. Like, he, in my opinion, could have been making similar money to Conor.
Well, he was the face of the UFC before Ronda and Conor came in. So.
Yeah, he was. I mean, you could arguably say Anderson Silva was still around at the same time.
Yeah, that's
GSP as well, but he was definitely top 3.
If I know, because I know that you have a very high passion for fighting and football. If I said to you, God came to me in a dream last night, Cal, and he said that all I've got to do is tell him which art form you pick, and he's going to bless you with that talent. Just bang, click of the finger, boom, you've got the talent. Would you want the talent of John Jones or the talent of John Barnes?
Oof.
Click of the finger, bang.
So, Drift, that's a tough one, you know.
I knew that would get you still.
Shall I tell you
basically, would you rather be a professional footballer or an elite level UFC mixed martial artist?
Do you know why it's harder than a lot of people think? Because being an elite footballer sounds more appealing because there's less chance of you like getting hurt per se, yeah. But you're away from your family a lot, innit? Like a lot. Whereas with fighting, you might just do a camp and then you're back with your family for as long as you want.
Although fighters have gone for a long period of time when they go, whereas footballers still come home every night.
Not every night, not if it's European or World Cup or something like that.
Yeah. But like in general, you come home after football. Whereas if you're on an 8-week fight camp, you might not see your family for 8 weeks, bruv, like straight.
Yeah, I'd probably go football as well because I wouldn't want to subject my family to watch me fight. Plus, that is like one of the things, like when I was younger, one of my karate senseis asked me to compete and my mum begged me not to do it and I didn't do it. And
yeah. My mum did the same, but I remember I was 11 or 12. And I went to the boxing gym and I was going there for exercise and the coach was like, no, like you are really talented. He called my mum and he's like, look, I actually think your son can actually do really well. Can we bring him on board, take him under our wing, whatever? My mum was like, absolutely not. There was no way any son of mine is becoming a boxer. Like she was not having it, bro. And I actually really wanted to do it and she was not having it, bro.
Yeah, she's probably the only thing my mum's asked me to promise, like, is that I'd never got into fighting. And
oh no, my one was don't ride a motorbike as well.
My dad I'd never
get a motorbike.
Yeah, no, my mum was against that as well.
Even though I got a moped.
It'd probably be football. It'd probably be football. Plus, you see, like those press conferences and all those things. I don't know if I do too well at those. Like, man, trying to start speaking about mum and if I sat across a Colby Covington, bro, there's no way we're making this the fight night.
But remember, if you was John Jones, then that would mean you'd smoke everyone.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd wait till fight night. I just grab.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, you see, for me, yeah, I know it's a weird tangent, but it's Friday, isn't it? What it is for me, I feel like I would want to be a footballer, 100%. But there's something about being able to whoop anybody's ass who talks shit. That would just give you that little level of a little something that would make you feel a bit better. You know,
you wouldn't know, Drift, because
no one would say anything to you. But you think John Jones walks in a room and anyone ever says anything?
It's not even that, Drift. Again, I've been around fighters who you'd not even think they're fighters. They've just got that. They've got an aura about them, bro, where unless someone's fully confident in themselves or they know something or they're completely off their head on drink or whatever.
Or they've got a pistol.
Yeah, but even then it's just like, but they just got a certain aura that just says you don't really want this. Like I've seen my senseis walk into situations where I'm like, and they're just like, don't do this.
No, but that's what I'm saying, because they've got that beautiful feeling of knowing nobody can really do anything. You know that there's just something about that aura that must feel amazing, bro. Of just knowing that if anybody in this room wants it, they can get it.
It must feel amazing, bro. But
I've told you before, bro. Like I wouldn't even be punching people. I would genuinely be Gaethjeing, man. 100%, bro.
Yeah.
Volkanovski business. Man wouldn't know what's going on, bro. Man's like putting up the dukes. I'm taking out the legs, bro. That's it. I'm not even gonna punch you in the face, bro. I'm not even gonna punch you in the face, bro. I'm just gonna take your legs out, bro.
That's true. Lord Walker
hit that nerve. What was the fight the other day? And his toes was just gone, bro. Do you remember?
Yeah. So
like
who though? So
when it hit the
with
nerve.
Anthony Smith as well. Anthony Smith and I can't remember who fought, but Anthony Smith. It happened on the same
it was Anthony Smith who did the kick, and his leg was just done.
It was the same card that Weidman broke his leg.
Yeah.
Lord Walker said he's Chandler, by the way. That's the biggest star, plays in AZ. I appreciate that, Lord Walker. Zabiri says, how do you hug your son after a KO or KO streak? I see. That's another one as well, man.
I'll be real with you. Your family can't look at you bad if you lose, surely. Surely if you come home and you've been beaten, the family, like, you know what I mean? Like, real ones would not judge you.
All right, so Drift, I'm going to switch on you now, yeah? What's your respect level for Tyron Woodley?
Oh, it's very, very high. I just think he should have quit a little while ago.
But your rarity, a lot of people talk crap about Tyron Woodley, bro. And let's be honest, Tyron Woodley smacks up 98% of the population in the world.
That's what I mean, bro. That's the thing about fighting. You've got to know when to go out.
I know,
like,
but
you got to know when to go out. That's
hard. It's people don't know when to a lot of the time.
Yeah,
people don't know to, like, and it's tough. It's tough. Like, it's hard, man. Like, you see some of your favorite fighters and they're just getting pammed about. I remember Chuck Liddell, was just starting to get battered, and I was like, "Oh, Chuck, please, man, no more, man."
But I felt like that about Silver. I felt like that about Holyfield. I felt like that about. But I felt like that about Hopkins. There was enough, man.
Hopkins wasn't too bad for me because it was only his very last fight.
Yeah, but whereas, bro, man got thumped to the ground.
I know.
I was watching. I was like, Bernard, man.
I know, but it was.
But you're right. But no, Hopkins was actually like kind of still like who's the other one, bro? Roy Jones, bro.
Oh,
bruv, I couldn't deal with it anymore, bruv. When Jones lost to Calzaghe, bruv, that took a piece of my soul, bruv.
No, bruv, the Calzaghe weren't, bruv. Enzo Macronelli, bruv.
No, but like I hated Calzaghe in it, so it really hurt me.
You didn't like Calzaghe?
But I hated Calzaghe, bro.
Why?
He just slapped people, man.
No, he bruv.
That's the most padded, unbeaten record ever, man.
Apart from Wilder, but we move.
Oh my days. It's like shot back.
No, it was about Calzaghe was about that life, bro. This is a fun one. What would your MMA nicknames be?
Oh, I don't know, you know. I'll probably do something corny like Bad Man or something like that.
He said, fighting out of blue corner. The bad man.
Gifted a bad man. Like, I like that. Hey, Bruce. Hey, spud me, like.
That'd be dope.
Hey, you know, if I was on the main event and it weren't Bruce, I'd be like, hold on, I'm not fighting. Oh, what's going on here?
But Bruce is, for me, he's the best ring announcer of
all
time.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Michael Buffer
and that family, you got to explain to me how both brothers just grew up and just thought, let's be ring announcers and make the most money and be the best ring announcers ever.
Together either. It's not even like they grew up together.
Oh, are they half brothers?
I think they're half brothers, but they didn't grow up together. They only knew about each other when they both were like famous.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
But they've got the same pups because they've got the same surname. So that's kind of mad still.
Mad, isn't it? Mad. Let's get back to proceedings then. Man City versus Everton. I think I predicted a 4-0.
I think I said 3-0.
Yeah.
City,
still sticking with that?
Yeah. I think City will smoke them, yeah. 2 or 3-0, yeah.
Matt said 3-0 if my memory's all right as well. Spurs versus Leeds. I think I said 2-1 to Spurs, sorry.
2-2 I said for that one. I'm sticking with that.
2-2.
Although if Conte gets the last minute, Kane! The 90th minute, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
See man running down the touchline.
Yeah.
Glue just holding the wig on, bro.
Yeah. Hold on, is it actually a wig?
I thought you got a hair transplant, but people are telling me it was a wig.
Okay, hold on. Kevin's got COVID. Do you think that changes anything in the game?
No, City don't need Kevin. They've actually got to a point now where they don't even need Kevin. Cancelo will just whip something in the top pocket, or Bernardo Silva will have another great game, or they'll be fine. Trust.
That's a question I want to ask you guys. So my answer to this is Bernardo Silva. Here's the question before we get the callers in. If I was to ask you guys, you could pick a footballer that you dislike because of their personality, and you can give them like Kante's personality, for example, and you
Suarez
have them in Liverpool.
Next question.
Mine is Bernardo Silva, but I'm talking about currently.
Current. Okay.
Current. So who would you guys pick if you could change someone's personality and bring them to the club? So someone you basically really dislike because of their personality, but rate as a footballer.
If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I would put Kante's level of professionalism and overall personality into Pogba. And I think there's a potential that you could have the best midfielder, like attacking midfielder, because it's clearly got something to do with him being a very happy-go-lucky guy, why he's not fully like consistent and always churning out performances. Do you know what I mean? So that might be somebody I might think about.
It's a good shout.
Yeah, I think I would go.
Oh no, I actually do like Pogba's personality, you know.
No, Pogba's personality is great as man.
But what you just said,
but as being a professional footballer, I think if he was a bit more switched on, he'd be so much better.
I hear that. I'm just trying to think of, someone who you might say like, this might be a bit harsh, but their personality is a little bit rotten, and that kind of for me does kind of. I do think Bernardo Silva when I think that, because I think about some of the stuff that he's done and.
He's so.
But even Bruno Fernandes looks like a bit of a wet blanket.
No, I know, but would you say no? But I wouldn't say. But I wouldn't say his personality is like kind of like bad mind or like rotten. If that makes sense, I would say that's more.
Yeah, not like Bernardo.
Yeah. Do
you know how inconvenient?
No, this is not
no, but you know what? Let's be real. What Bernardo Silva did, I know he's got more of an excuse than some of the other people like a John Terry or a Suarez. But for me, I still can't let it go. No, so for me, I think Bernardo Silva is just as bad as Suarez, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I really do. Just because there wasn't an on the field situation.
No, but he did it a couple times. He's done it a couple times to Mendy.
Yeah, but he's a rat, bro. And then the whole not clapping us on all the games, which I can't stand that guy.
Yeah,
I can't. I hate him more than I hated Gary Neville and them, man. And I hated them a lot.
Yeah. It just annoys me because he's such a sick footballer.
He is.
He's one of, I'm not going to lie, I'm not even a violent type, but he's one of those man that if I was playing against him, I'd lift him into the air, I reckon, you know. Probably wait to 80. Yeah, probably 80.
I don't condone violence in any way, shape, or forms, but take a red, man ain't going to say nothing. Actually, do you know what I'll do? I'd give Roy Keane Keane's mentality to Pogba. That would be a player.
Roy Keane.
So I'm going to say something now, which
Roy Keane's mentality is elite, bro.
Nah, do you want to...
Roy Keane's mentality is elite.
I think there's ways
to survive in today's game.
I was gonna say it's like
what you mean with like the going in hard and all that. You
mean? Not even that, just like social media, like everything. There's so much.
Yeah, it wasn't just going in hard, bro. Have you watched an old game recently, bro?
No, I haven't. No.
Bro, the way them man went into tackles.
No, but surely he'd be able to like curb it though, like.
Bruv, he'd have to change his whole gimmick, bro.
Facts.
It'd be like Colby Covington turning into flipping Glover Teixeira, bro. Like, he'd have to change the whole gimmick, bro.
Souness, he was another man who had the elite mentality.
Souness gets sent off every single week if he plays together. Without fail.
Sorry, I have to dig out these two because they're going on me in the chat right now. So first of all, Zibiri talking about my Wi-Fi.
It's a GPS in his car.
I mean, know what, Zibiri? You're lucky I got love for you because I could out you about what you was doing behind the scenes before we put you on screen. So let me not even go there. And you see you, Jamrock, I see you going back and forth with him. You see you, Jamrock, yeah? Just because I don't have personal meetings with J.W. Henry and smoke cigars with him, I'm flipping play dominoes, yeah. All right, that's why my Wi-Fi gets cut sometimes. You know them ones there. I'm not tight of him like you, Jamrock. You know them ones there. But no, big up you, man. In the chat and that.
You know what's kind of mad, yeah. I know because he seems like a little bit of he's got like a bit of, I don't want to use the word agenda, but like he does look a little bitter like Souness sometimes when he talks about like modern football.
Does.
No, but little bit. I don't think people actually realize how elite he was as a baller, you know.
No, I agree.
Like, no, sometimes you think like the new generation and the youngest, Graham Souness as a baller was different.
No, he was. You also say, he was.
Different baller.
Absolutely different baller. But as you said, bro, bitter as hell, bro.
Let's be real.
Like the attention, you know what it is? Souness.
Let's be real. I'm not the type of person
players get, you know.
I'm not the type of person who's envious or jealous or anything. You lot know that because you know me in real life. But I imagine if you got paid, 100 grand to do a job, and then found out someone got paid 10 million to do the same job a couple years later. There would be a part of you that'll find it hard to not be vexed. You was born in the wrong decade. You know, you just think to yourself like you're doing the same thing I did. And look how much better off you are than I am. You know what I mean?
Like, you can say that about any era, bro. But this...
No, I know. That's what I get. That's what I'm saying. All them old man, I'm not even that mad at them.
Man like Jodeci and that, they ain't seen Justin Bieber money, you know?
Yeah, no, but Jodeci made enough peace to not be upset, though.
But back in the day, Souness did as well, bro. You got to think about it.
Yeah, but the music industry's kind of always had money in it, bro.
No, but remember... You got to think about the cost of living and all those things, bro. Them man were getting good bread, bro. They were eating good. No, Souness and them man, they were eating well, bro.
Yeah.
Not in comparison.
No, for their time. No, in that time frame,
their man were eating.
In their time, they were getting paid well. So like, obviously, you can't compare it to now. But in their time, they were. I
never saw his moustache out of place, brother. The Jerry Curl was always curly, bro.
Don't get me wrong. They were getting money, but they weren't getting money. You get what I'm saying? Like Jodeci, Cal. Let's be real. Jodeci was living. Like they still made dirty money, bro.
Not like
you've got the real sad stories like the TLC and that. Like they didn't make no money, but like
Chelsea,
Jodeci were eating, bro. Jodeci was eating. Trust me.
But I think you can put that with anything. Though. It's all right. So it's like a good example is like let's use us for an example. We're Kopish right now, yeah. We may make a decent bit of living in the future, but bruv, someone's gonna come along in maybe 2, 3, 4 years, bruv. Could be another Matt Cow and Drifty, bruv. Have something called like Kopish and blow up, bruv. Because really and truly, people like us are laying the foundation for the next generation to keep on building. It's what happens, bro.
No, but what happened with me and Matt? Matt started work at a place that I'd left 2 years prior. And when he told me how much he was getting paid, and I was like, oh, is it? All right. I was like, all right, is it? All right.
Them man, they were like,
oh, they give Christmas bonuses now. All right.
Bro, they did a lot. I'm not gonna. They did a lot. What
are you saying? This was Matt in an interview, yeah?
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price. He's certified.
Facts. It's certified. Facts.
Jamrock says, Matt, your Wi-Fi signal is a kite flying outside, fam.
Jamrock, you see the kite that what did he say? What? Say that again. What
did he say? It's a kite flying outside. Just
he's trying to say that's my Wi-Fi. Jamrock, let's not do this because you want to know where I got that kite from. Might be someone that you know them ones.
Don't double you in that.
You know.
Tahir says, are we not signing anyone in January? I wonder how FSG bought that team. Probably with the Liverpool money that needed to comply. All right, perfect little segue to here. So I think I don't even know who it came out from, but I've just seen it all over Twitter today. Apparently, Liverpool aren't signing any players in January. First,
right, let me do that swap thing I was telling you about. Yeah, give me a sec.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
cool. So, firstly, we're not really surprised by that headline, are we?
Nope.
All right, and then
I try to make it dramatic, but nope.
But secondly, I don't see why the story would come out now other than getting clicks. And also, look, we kind of know the situation, innit? We like it just kind of is what it is. I don't think that the headline itself is a negative or a positive story in either way. It's just kind of is what it is. Like when I heard this, I was like, it's typical PR. Sorry to cut you, Matt. Just to be clear as well, FSG aren't taking money out of Liverpool directly either. Like that, we have to like that rumor, and that's got to be just debunked from now in it. They are not taking money out of Liverpool Football Club. Does Liverpool Football Club make them money? Yes, because we're part of their portfolio. They eat well because of Liverpool, because they're associated to us. They don't take money out of the club. That's what the Glazers do. They don't take money out of Liverpool and say, right, we're going to take money out of Liverpool to go and buy this franchise here. They don't do that. Like, they've just got good money. Like, they've got long money. Sorry to cut you there, Matt.
No, I was just going to say, like, it don't surprise me that this headline has come about. I don't know if it's every journalist. I think it was one or two that came up with the story, but I don't know whether they've got inside information. I don't know whether it's Liverpool trying to drip feed a bit just to kind of let us know in advance we ain't doing nothing in January. Surprise. But it's like, bruv, you know what's so mad, yeah? When I saw that headline, it didn't even make me budge. I was just like, all right, cool. Yeah. Like, I wasn't expecting nothing anyway. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's quite bad as well, because these are the expectations that we now have when it comes to signings in general. Like, we're just not that club that kind of, I don't know, like, this will make emergency changes or do things to enhance the squad, because we always sit back and think we got enough. So, you know, I just think it's one of them things where no one should be surprised by the headline. Maybe it was a journalist is predicting, I don't know. But if you deep it, don't be shocked. This is what we do pretty much all the time. There'll be, I don't know, man. Maybe they're prepping us for the next story, which will be around May. Liverpool have a war chest for summer. You know the ones there.
Yeah. Ash says we ain't signed anyone in Jan. they'll tell us Elliot is back from injury, is a new player, Nico 2.0.
Oh, yeah.
In brackets, new Bell is our attacking sign. I mean, Klopp even spoke about Nico in a press conference today.
But recently?
And said he's pushing for a start.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Every
Mr.
time I
Klopp,
I find it really hard when he makes comments like this.
Let me see if I can find the actual comments. I don't want to misquote him. Mr. Darcy Drift says, Cal, if they don't take, I don't know what that's meant to be. What? If they don't take money, what's our transfer budget?
Oh.
Our transfer budget is whatever we bring in.
Yeah, it's always been like that.
It's all like their model hasn't changed from day one.
Hasn't budged. Not even a smidgen.
They are not actively taking money out of Liverpool Football Club, but we as a club make them money. So it's like, let's say, for example, someone had a share in Kopish. They may not give me, Matt, and Drift money, but every time we make money, they'll benefit off it. If that makes sense, because they're associated to us. They're like, they will get put in places and put in at tables that they wouldn't have got put at tables before, because they're like, oh, Liverpool, are you like owners of Liverpool? Yeah, oh yeah, come true. Like we'll have a discussion. Plus, they just got the Redbird capital investment and all that. So, but they're not taking money out of the club.
Don't worry about my money.
Yeah. There we go again. What is this? The Forbes show or the Kopish show? I don't know, because y'all keep talking about my grow up. Y'all know I'm rich. Y'all already know that.
Let's be real, you lot. If we weren't angry at the way they do the transfer,
I'm gonna play John Henry for the next section. Go on, Drew.
If we weren't angry about the way they do the transfer kind of thing, and we kind of always left feeling a little unloved, yeah. Can we take ourselves out of our emotion for just a second and realize that our owner is a pimp, you know? The man is a G, like
y'all keep
the man is a G.
Like,
love. I hate the way he runs Liverpool, but he is a G. He takes no shit. He ain't having a bar of it. The way he dealt with Arsenal when he was like, I don't know what they're smoking over there. Like, we gotta be real. The man is a G. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the way he runs Liverpool, but the man is a G. I'm not even gonna lie.
You're calling for love, huh? Love don't live here, my brother. I'm a Mario. My heart's ice cold, baby. Can't love in business, Drifting. Can't love in business. The only thing I love is green, baby. Yeah. And I ain't talking about the icky, sticky, wicky. I'm talking about that moolah, baby.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I just love that money. And if me being associated to your club is going to bring me more of that, I'm all for it. Yeah. Y'all want signings in January, signings here. I tried to give y'all the ESL. I tried to give y'all the Super League. Didn't want it.
Not gonna lie. Super League and wasn't even the worst idea in the world.
I tried to give y'all money while I made even more money. And y'all made me apologize on camera. Y'all know I didn't mean it. Y'all know I didn't mean it, but I said it. And now you're
money
talking about,
Henry,
where's the money? Where's the money? I gave y'all the money, and boom, it's gone. Because y'all didn't want it. You wanted to be culture Liverpool, didn't you? Well, here's your working class culture. Go make your own money and buy your own players and stop talking about my wallet.
You know, you should end it with, yo, stay woke. Bro, I swear down, just right though. Like, in terms of take out your Liverpool emotion, which we can't do, so we have to pretend. But as a businessman, this guy's different, you know.
He's different,
but
bro.
His portfolio is mad. No, his portfolio is different, and the thing
just got the Penguins, bro. Like man just going around collecting Pokemon out here, blood.
This man is
like, boom, Boston Red Sox. He's like, Liverpool, I need you. Man just got out here now. But man just out here collecting teams like, bro, let's be real. Yeah. How you run the club is one thing. and that's a separate thing. But if I owned the Penguins, Boston Red Sox, and Liverpool, but I would be the cockiest brother in that. You know, when you get all like the man who come together, like the top boys. Like, see Kroenke. No wonder Kroenke moves the way he moves, bruv. Don't he own the LA Rams, Arsenal, and didn't KG say he owns like one of the biggest NFL teams as well? NHL, sorry. Didn't he say Kroenke owns one of the biggest NHL teams as well? Yeah. Bruv, no wonder these men are moving the way they're moving, bruv. Imagine if you own all these big-ass franchises, bruv. You seen the Glazers. Bruv, man's rocking that Al Heyman right now, bruv, in 2021, bruv. Bruv, only a man who's got them type of assets can rock a Al Heyman.
Like the Colorado Rapids MP. No, but John Isdrift, this is how you got to look at it. These men are owning franchises, yeah, and they're not even really having to dig deep to keep them kind of afloat. You see, like, because obviously in America it's very different as well in terms of like it's about trades, and obviously you can make some maneuvers, but football's the only one where they really got to pump their own money in, so to speak. But if you've got the conveyor belt on a good level, like what these men have done at the time being, especially for us. That's why we can't, even though it gets me mad, that's why they can kind of sit there in their mind.
Sorry, Paul Heyman. Al Heyman. I've got the boxing in my head, my bad.
Yeah, that's why they can sit there and be calm. Because their man are thinking, wow, we won Premier League, we won Champions League. Why am I having to go and do like a whole big money bag spend when you man just won a couple of trophies? Like, hold up, innit?
You won the Holy Grail.
That's the problem.
30 years y'all waiting.
I mean, you know what? To be fair, Arsenal man never talking about their owners. They spend way more money than we do.
Everyone does though, bro.
Yeah. You know, how Cal came out of he came out of the Henry into Cal there. He's like, everybody does, bro.
Everybody does.
That's normal. Mr. Dowsay just says, apart from the 75.25 in the Klopp era, every single player was paid by other players being sold. So basically, bar VVD from Gruich to Ibu, we done nothing. Whoa,
that is a harsh reality.
If it wasn't for when I say Coutinho funded everything, Coutinho was the start of the domino effect, innit?
And y'all won everything because of it. Say so. Ash says, on a serious thing, I hope Nico 2.0 proves me wrong. I support every player except Adrian, but Klopp is going to war with killers, and he's just got a bread knife in his hand. Makes me sick, whatever you do. But we got hope Klopp does a John Wick, bro.
I can't lie, that got me still. Man said a bread knife.
Yeah.
Man's looking to bar out the bread and that, and every man's got M16.
If you go into a fight with a bread knife, even with a man with no weapon, you're still level playing field. Let's be honest, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's a part of me that would rather you had a Rambo than a bread knife, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie, if you stab me with a bread knife, I'm in trouble, bro.
It might not penetrate, bro.
That's what I was gonna say.
No, that's what I'm saying. If it pierces the skin, the level of force you used, I might be in more trouble than a normal knife, bro. If you pierce my skin with a bread knife, that is some serious.
No, but the thing is, though, is that I think what he's basically trying to say is, if Klopp is going,
I get the analogy. Yeah.
Them man are moving different, bro.
Yeah,
them man have got autos and Uzis.
Man's coming in with that old school one shot reload. Remember the gunpowder back in the day?
He's got the old school Magnum. We gotta do that. And let the barrel go.
Bruv, all these guys, the Bart Simpson slingshot, bro. That's what he's got, bro. He just best hope he's got enough conkers and stones.
Hey, see them? I had a Black Widow when I was a youth. Don't get twisted, Cal. See them slingshots? They were mean, you know, bro.
No, they are mean, Drift, to someone who hasn't got a weapon.
Wow. Them Black Widows, they were mean.
When
bro.
Chelsea and Man City are out there moving with tanks and grenades and all that, though.
Yeah, bro. It's not gonna cut it, man.
And Cash says, I'm really worried the direction we're going in will fall off in the next 3-4 years. All of our rivals are spending big. Even Leicester's bench is better. I disagree. I don't think Leicester's bench is better than ours.
Yeah, not Leicester's. But what he's saying is right.
Yes, the other bits I am worried about. All right, second part then. Frenkie De Jong.
I'm not going to sit here and say I think it happens. I don't think there's a chance. He's a fantastic player. I don't think there's any two ways about that. But we also seen that fantastic players that are out there may not necessarily work for Liverpool. Would Frenkie De Jong work for Liverpool Football Club?
Yes.
Why, Matt?
Because he's basically Wijnaldum. Maybe not as athletic, or maybe when Wijnaldum was in his peak, I'd say Wijnaldum was slightly more athletic. But what Frenkie De Jong can do from a defensive point of view and an attacking point of view in terms of dictate the play, but he's athletic enough to cover a lot of ground. Tactically, he's astute. It will be amazing to get him. I think it would work.
Can I ask you a question, Matt?
Yeah, go on.
Using educated football knowledge I have of players in the past, do you not think that the way Ajax play ball and the way they're brought up through their academy, they're tremendous technicians of the ball and they're elite level footballers for what they have in terms of ability? But is there not a part of you that's slowly seen a bit of a trend where Ajax players don't play well in the Premier League? I think Barcelona is one of the only teams, and obviously maybe the history, where there's a similar setup that means that you can...
no, but he's not
No, but Suarez didn't grow up in the Ajax thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's a way of playing in the Ajax academy, and when you're brought up, that doesn't do too well when you go to a team that plays the way like we play, for example. I don't know. Do you get what I mean? Like, you got to be very possession based. You got like, I don't know. I don't know if De Jong would really suit Liverpool.
Do you know
as a footballer, elite level quality. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's a baller, but would he suit Liverpool though, bro?
I think he would, even though he's not like a runner. So much say as Genie, he can still run. It's not like he's slow. Like De Jong's fast enough in it. He's athletic enough, and I think tactically as well. I think he will bring something different.
He's slower than Genie, though, man.
Oh, no. I wouldn't say now. I don't know if you've seen Genie at PSG.
He's slower than Genie, bro.
I don't know about that, you know.
I personally would say Frenkie is slower than Genie.
I think Frenkie might be slightly faster than Genie now. Not Genie like 2-3 years ago.
No, I disagree, bro. Well, even then, because that was the Genie that we needed. So
but what I'm saying is, I think Frenkie is quick enough to play in the Prem. We're not talking about like Thiago pace. We're talking like he's faster than Thiago. And personally,
that's not hard.
Yeah, and I still say he's faster than Gini Wijnaldum. I remember Frenkie covering a lot of, bro. Frankie's quick enough to play in our system. He's quick enough,
because we need legs in our team. I'm not gonna lie. The next midfielder that we buy, he needs to be a runner, bro.
Frankie can run.
He's a runner. He's a track star. That's what we need, bro.
He's got it, bro. Trust me.
I'm not even joking, bro.
Frankie will be absolutely sensational for us, but it's never gonna happen. Like, it's
That's the upsetting part.
That's the upsetting thing. It's like it'll be so interesting to see, like if it was ever a possibility, but I just don't see it. You can always see someone else coming in ahead of us, and even if the opportunity was there, like I just don't see another Thiago, like where we could just go, do you know what? Can we get him? Let's just do all we can to get him. I don't see Liverpool doing that, especially with the fee involved. I think it's always going to come down to the fee.
But I don't want it to happen because they want Thiago. So there'll be some kind of foolishness of one.
I'm not ready
for that shit yet. You know what I mean? If Thiago leaves Liverpool before he truly fulfills his potential, I'm not having it.
Zabiri says, Matt, remember when I said Klopp got that Sharingan? Moyes did the Botshuki on his eyes still. Klopp is in the basement looking for.
He meant to say Boroshiki, but I know exactly what he means.
Sorry.
No. It's a Naruto Boruto thing. So I fully get you, Zabiri. I hear you. That's a sick reference still.
Akash says Vardy, Barnes, and Maddison front three, then Daka, Iheanacho, and Perez on the bench. We only have Origi and Minamino, who would not even make their bench. Well, no, because either Bobby or Jota would be on the bench as well. So it'd be Jota and Origi and Minamino.
Plus our front three's better, which does
not only that, Jota and Origi, in my opinion, are
better than Daka and
Iheanacho. And Perez. No, Perez. I don't rate Perez that highly, you know. Me personally, I think he's all right.
He's not better than Taki, if I'm being honest, but he's got more of a legacy in the Premier League, though. No, it's not. No. He's got a much better legacy in the
Jeff, I'm gonna be real.
Perez was playing well at Newcastle, and then he's gone Leicester, and he's done.
No, but I think Perez is meaty. He's meaty.
So's tacky. We can't be biased. So's tacky.
No. You're right. But what I'm saying is Perez has been in the Prem longer. Remember, Taki's hardly been here.
I think Perez has got more of a legacy than Taki. So I'm just trying to be unbiased.
No. He's got a better legacy, but I just think Perez ain't that great, bro.
Perez is at Newcastle. He was all right, man.
Tahir says Klopp would need to start robbing bank to get cash. We just need Bournemouth back in the league. We need Bournemouth back.
It's mad, you know. It's actually mad that people come out with these references, and even though they're joking, they're being serious.
You know, Eddie Howe and Michael Edwards are really good friends apparently as well. So that's why we're probably getting so much stuff from
bro, don't scare me like that, bro, because they might try and take Divock off us.
They might. Like well, you know, I'll be honest, Drift. If we can get 100 mil for Divock, bro, I'll drive.
You know, Drift will be like, it's not enough, you know. That volley you scored, that winning volley in the Champions League.
Can I just tell you something? Origi has a goal or an assist every 52 minutes this season.
55.
Ooh.
No, but if we're gonna say the stats, we've got to say it right, bro.
All right, 55. Oh, no, you're right, Kel. You're right.
Drift was slick because
he's got a goal or an assist every 55 minutes. Just sit on that for a minute.
Every 55 minutes he's played. Again,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It makes it even more impressive, Cal, because you don't play that often.
But if you just say every 55 minutes, it makes it sound like every 55 minutes Liverpool.
Yeah, then he's doing a mazza. And he ain't doing that. He's good.
Agenda says.
From you, bro. Mr. Downstate just says, Mystic Drift was ahead of his time when he said we'll fall off after Klopp leaves. Drifty, can you cut to the second team? Newcastle, Cal, Matt. Who are you, man, loaning yourself to? We say we got to leave Kopish if Liverpool goes bad, yeah.
Man said it's a loan thing.
I'm Liverpool till it goes to the end, man.
Don't get twisted though. If Liverpool fell off the face of the earth randomly, I would probably be able to support Newcastle and actually feel passion. I would.
You just won't see me anymore, you know.
I'd be like, you know, that guy who ends up losing the love of his life and then he's just cold after that. That would be me.
Man, it's just different. Yeah. Just mad different. I'd have no beard.
Yeah, but I'd be watching.
I'd have a Drake hairline. I'd be different. I'd be a different guy.
Cal will be playing Bear that Beyonce Best Thing You Never Had.
But I'm just there watching. I'm watching the World Cup. Everyone around me celebrating. I'm just sitting there in my apple juice, bro. Warm apple juice as well. No ice anymore. I'd be devastated.
Warm apple juice, you know.
No. The devastation would be too hard to deal with. It would be worse than a bereavement.
You won't be the same, innit?
But what I'm saying is because I do have an affiliation to Newcastle through family, and I do genuinely want them to win every game they play if it ain't Liverpool. And I actually watch them and I feel vexed when they lose. Like I do feel an affiliation with Newcastle through family.
Is that your affiliation that high for Newcastle, like that?
Yeah, bro. If they lose and it's not, as long as it's not against Liverpool, I'm vexed when they lose.
I don't even know it's like that. Still fair enough.
But I rid out that title run with them, you know. No, they nearly beat Man United to the title, but I rid out that title run, bro.
I love it if we beat them. I love that. Them one,
I rid out that title. I was a youth man, but I rid out that title.
You remember that one, innit, Carl?
I would love it.
Beat them. I'd love it. Let me tell you something, Jeff.
I would love it to beat them. Love it.
They've got to go down. And I tell you something, Jeff.
They've got to go to Sunderland. And I tell you something. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy.
Oh, man.
I was like, right, Kevin, bro.
Bad man there, you know. Man like Kevin. Bad man.
I'm not going to lie. Fergie had him in a spliff, though.
Yeah, he did, bro.
He got man heated like that,
bro.
No. Do you know what? No Liverpool legend's ever been put in a spliff by Fergie.
I hate to say it, bro.
No. No Liverpool legend's ever been put in a spliff
all right, if we take out Keegan, I've got to say this one, though. He put himself in the spliff. Rafa.
This was when
Rafa literally went like this.
Yeah. When Kevin Keegan cut that promo, this was Alex Ferguson and Brian McClare, bro.
You know what?
Literally there.
That was also Fergie and what's the guy's name?
Queiroz, Carlos
No,
Queiroz. Oh,
the
Mike
guy had
Phelan. Mike Phelan.
No, the guy above Fergie doing the transfers. He's big.
Oh, the one who Woodward took over from.
Yes, him. I can't remember his damn name. Big name. He's a big name.
I know. Why can't I remember his name?
I think he might have even gone FIFA now or something. Or FA. He's big. Not Brian Kidd, no.
No. I know you're there. The one, the one who left when
talking
Fergie
about.
left.
Yeah.
The director of football.
Gill, David Gill.
David Gill, yeah.
Gill. That was Fergie and Gill when Rafa Benitez come up with a fax thing. I was like,
no. But the wickedest thing is, Rafa actually just displayed that Man United did have everyone in their pocket because he was telling truth and no one listened, bro.
It's the way he
was sitting there spitting facts and nobody listened, bro.
Another bro.
Fergie had that man there in the pocket, bro.
Can I be honest with you?
Real talk, blood.
What Rafa did there is like, for example, if you're just, I don't know, you're going shopping and there's someone on road shouting about certain things that may happen, and I won't go into detail, but you know what I'm talking about. You're looking at them a bit like, all right, but you can tell me the difference. You don't have to shout and scream and go, yeah, this is what I know. You're like just, you don't have to do that though. You just talk to me.
Yeah, but certain time you gotta make a scene, big man.
No, but that's what Rafa did. You didn't need to do that.
Certain time you gotta make a scene, but you've got a decision to make when you're walking a restaurant.
Way you go
and
about
wifey
it.
is sitting down at the table with another brother. Do you address it when she gets home, or do you make a scene in public?
Let me ask you something.
You've got two choices, bro.
You see the person that's holding,
and sometimes it's hard to control yourself because I like to think I'd wait till we get home.
Depends on the brothers she's sitting across from, bro.
You're not talking about when I say that, you get certain people out on road and they want to preach something. I'm not even saying they're even wrong. Because listen, I don't know, no one knows what's gonna happen. But all I'm saying is there's a way you go about it. I think it's your approach, innit? And I think that's where Rafa went wrong. It was the approach. That's all it was.
If she's sitting across the table for Manny Joshua, bro, I'm not making a scene, bro.
Do you know what? I know this is completely random, but I had a conversation with my brothers about this once. It was running joke. Do you know the best way to handle that would be to go up and be like, "Oh shit, what's going on? I ain't seen you for a minute." Give her a hug, but let everything bless. Well, is this your man? Yeah, nice to meet you, man. Man, is what's going on? Nah, man, you're looking good, man. You're looking good. We're still on the same number. I'm gonna hit you up. I'll let you go back there. I'll let you back there until you go in. I'll hit you up. All right, cool. I just walk off. But she would be left so bamboozled. It would be better than any kicking off you could do, any shouting, any violence, anything, bro.
That's a way you could do it.
I'll be honest, that ain't me, bro. That ain't me.
You gotta have time for that, though.
No, but if your missus did that to you in that situation, you'd be more shook than if she just came in and started going.
I'm gonna be real, bro. I'd walk up to the table. I'm either laying someone out, and if I'm not, it's I'll catch you at home still.
That's true. You can't do them things.
I'm just saying, the confusion would be like the anxiety would start kicking in. Like it'd be a mazza. I'm just saying that would be a great way to just fuck with someone mentally.
It depends on how the guy is as well, bro. Someone may have to. Someone might just become collateral, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
True, bro.
Zabiri says, "What if Klopp's only speciality was his glasses? He's getting exposed since that surgery still."
Right, boy.
Brentford, West Ham. I'm worried about his ability right now. No, his glasses are good, man.
I'll be real though. I do prefer Jurgen with the glasses.
It's because we're used to it. It's what we're used to.
But he's cheeky. Zabiri knows what I'm talking about.
It's like if I went to Turkey and got the beard thing and got a beard, and you man were like, "I preferred you with just a goatee." I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably just lock you lot off still and be like,
"It hurt your feelings, innit?"
No, it wouldn't.
It would, because you'll be like, "You've done all this work, and you man can't even rate the thing."
Matt, I'll be honest with you, there'd be absolutely nothing that could bring my spirit down if I got a beard, bro. I'm being real with you. Bro, like, you lot could come in there and be like, "Cal, that is the deadest beard I've seen," and I'll just be like, "Cool." I honestly wouldn't care.
You know what's funny though, Matt? Remember when we had this conversation a couple of years ago when I told you that I preferred you when your beard was low, but now I'm so used to it I can't even remember what it looked like. So it can happen. Because remember, me and Matt had this conversation when Matt first started to grow beard. I was like, "No, Matt, it looks better when it's level 1, bro."
But remember, my beard was bigger than what it is even now, though.
remember you used to just do all level 1. You never used to grow it out. Remember?
Yeah, back in the day.
And I used to, and at the time I was like, no, I prefer like that, bro. Don't grow it out, man. It looks better when you just do the all level 1. Now I don't even remember what Matt looked like with the level 1. Like
I went in my phone the other day and I saw some pictures of me without a beard. Fam, weird.
I've never seen you without a beard, Matt.
Bro, you haven't seen me with a hairline. Oh my days. No, I was different. I was a different guy. Different. Shout all you haters. Call me Sadio Matt. I don't care. Listen, I was a different guy. But you see, as they say, when you get older, like obviously, like it's one of them things for me. I feel like I'm like wine. You know, when you get older, you kind of, you know what I mean? That's me right now, bro. So, you know,
a beard is an inconvenience a lot of the time. Now,
for me, I'll be honest with you though. If I didn't have the beard, I'll be a Malteser.
That's you. Now you like see why I'm hanging on to the hair.
And I can't have that. I can't have that.
At least you'd be a Malteser, bro.
Yeah, but
I'll be a Milky Bar, bro. That would be a Mazza.
Man just looking like frozen condensed milk. Is what you're saying, bro?
Moving like a Karamak in that.
Nah, man, actually, no.
Mazza.
Oh boy.
All right, High Tech J. I see that Naruto reference about my hairline's got Kumai. Allow me, bro.
I don't even know what that means.
No,
I'm not gonna lie. If you have no hairline and no beard, you did something.
You're in trouble.
God's punishing you. No, you did something wrong, bro. That's karma.
And no beard.
No hairline and no beard. That's karma, bro.
But you got nothing to work with. Actually, do you know what? Let me say that because all jokes aside, there might be people out there that actually like
that could be me. That could be me. So
let me not even say that because that could be
Cal, you can grow a goatee, and you know what? You might put down the goatee, but there's people who can't even grow goatees, bro.
You see, if I went bald, you see this thing here? I'm just never cutting it. It's just gonna grow and grow and grow, bro. I look like one of them.
Oh, it's like Master Splinter. Start playing it.
Yeah, start playing it, bro.
It's great, mad long, like this.
Yeah. Like that UFC referee.
Yeah, Beltran.
Yeah.
Big up Beltran still. So I don't mind still. I rate it. All right, people. We're gonna open the phone lines. They are open. So guys, 1 minute 30. As soon as you jump in, 1 minute 30, 1 minute 30, and they get through. And then we've got a minute to answer your questions or respond to your comments as well. So 1 minute 30, guys. We're going to be very strict tonight because we want to try and get everyone on as well. So let's do it. First person in.
Yeah. I think he's ready. Right. Z, you ready? You know, yeah?
Yeah.
He's ready. Yeah, he's ready.
Come on.
What's going on, bro?
Yes, Sabiri, brother.
I just want to get something off my chest, right?
Go for it.
So I told you, man, I wasn't on the socials, right?
Yeah.
And you, man, was like, yo, drop the email. So I dropped the email. I'm like, yo, get me in on the FSG in, man. I'm the only one saying FSG in. Every morning I wake up, I used to never check my email. I'm like, yo, Kopish, they're going to hit me. I'm like, yo, Kopish, they're going to hit me. I'm telling my girl, like, yo, today's the day. I'm opening that shit up, man. I'm like, damn, man, they probably forgot, you know what I'm saying? So I sent a nice little email back, and I'm like, yo, you know, all fangirl, you know what I mean, stand with Eminem. I'm like, yo, babe, they gonna hit me, son. They gonna hit me. Yo, it's about a month now, man. Every morning I wake up, I'm like, nah, they on British time. I'm on New York time, so you know what I mean? I'm calling Gmail like, yo, you blocking this thing or what? Gmail's like, nah, we ain't seen nothing. So just elaborate on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to tell you, man, I'm trying to put you, man, on. FSG is making moves out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, FSG is what we need. And I'm not going to say you three are ungrateful or, you know what I'm saying, the scousers or spoiled. I'm just trying to put y'all on game. Like, this is the future. Invest. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna take up too much time. You know, I'm just wanted to get that off my chest. I'm gonna check the email tomorrow, even though it's Saturday. just in case. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to let you know, Matt does the emails, bro.
Is that what it is? Yo, under the bus settings, you know?
You see this guy here? It ain't even me, bro. I swear to you. You see you drift, yeah? You see you? You see you? See how people are ready to out each other so quick?
Yo.
Bro.
I see what it is. Nah, but you know what? It's all love. I'ma still check my email and we move, you know what I mean? I might be in the basement and I ain't know, but it's cool. I'm just check the email, keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? FSG in all day. I ain't even gonna say it anymore because then I'm definitely not gonna get the email, but they know. You know. Sign up the thing, Matt. You know what I'm saying? We need you on here for the anime reference. You know what I'm saying? But
definitely, bro.
I'm gonna still check the email.
Check it
out. I waited 30 years for a trophy. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say I'm waiting 30 years for the email, but if I gotta come up with the DMC out, that's the Drifty Matt Cow sign. That man gotta go, man. Because I'm just saying, y'all ain't running it right, bro. That's all I'm saying, man.
You're a legend.
So fix it up. I'm gonna check the email and we move, all right?
Yeah, we're gonna get that PA. We're gonna get the PA to sort out.
We're gonna get that sorted out. We're gonna speak to the system right away.
We're gonna sack the PA. No way.
I'm saying I got the dreads and everything, but I had to cut this down because it ain't coming in right. So certain men with the products and all that should get one in the mail too, or an email or something.
I'm
gonna still check the email. I'm gonna still check the email.
You're the one with the product, bro.
Zabiri, I got you, bro. Don't worry. I got you, bro. Right. Trust me. I got you, bro.
Sign up the thing, though, man. Sign up the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Now that you convinced me, I'll sign up, bro. I'll sign up.
All right, man. We move.
Bless him. We move, bro. Each and every time. You're a legend, bro. You're a legend, bro. Take care, bro.
All right.
Cool.
Take care, bro. Bless.
Man, that's a beery, bro. Always brings a smile to my face. Always,
beery. Don't drive that car off the bridge. Someone I'm doing a stand there. Dear Mr. Kopish, Mr. I don't check my mail. That was brilliant. Zabiri caught me fully off guard there.
That was a joke.
Someone said check Twitter.
All right, next caller.
Oh man,
Jamal.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah, what's going on,
bro?
Are you guys good? Yeah.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So I just have 3 questions for you. This week. I want to ask Matt, if there's a chance Liverpool can sign Neymar, it will never happen. Would you take it? And you have to explain why. Just remember, it's the sister baggage and the diving tax as well coming with Neymar. But would you take it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Drifty.
Yo.
I was just going and watching back some clips of 17-18. Yeah, the season when Salah went mad. And you know who I thought in that season? I saw Solanke. And I wouldn't lie, that pissed me off. That get me angry. So I want you to describe Solanke as a footballer and his time at Liverpool. And I know you guys are trying to change. You guys not trying to diss people, but Drifty, I want football bantashu Drifty. When you're talking, I want prime Drifty.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Yeah, and Carl, I just want to know, is MJ your favorite MJ song?
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's my 2 question, guys. Big up,
bro.
Love as always.
Blessings, bro. Each and every time, man.
Big up.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. This is easy for me.
All right, so I'm going to repeat the question for you, man.
Yeah.
Would you take Neymar at Liverpool? Yes or no? Explain, even with the sister baggage and all the diving.
Okay, so 150 million% am I taking Neymar? Of course. I will take the sister baggage. Look at our squad. We are crying out for reinforcements. We're crying out for, dare I say, another superstar that can potentially open up a low block. All jokes aside, this guy can do it, whether he plays the 10 or plays out wide left or even as a second striker, where you want to put him. So I will take the sister baggage if Neymar can do that. Yes, he might be a bit of a head case. We understand that. But you also got to understand he's one of the most talented footballers that's actually ever played the game. when you're talking about pure ability. Pure ability. So 100%, bro. Neymar's got the X factor that we always would like Liverpool to kind of get in our team. So I would definitely take him. And that's with all the baggage that comes with it. When you look at our bench, bro, I'll throw it back to anyone out there. Minamino or Neymar. I'll leave you there still.
So
But if he bangs in 30 goals and has 20 assists a season, he can rave with his sister as much as he wants, bro.
You can do it if he likes.
We can do whatever we like.
Obviously within means. Within means. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Parties, I'm talking about, you know? He can go out and party and take days off, whatever.
Drift, Solanke, and his time at Liverpool.
Well, boy, you already know what happened when Solanke came in. We loaned out a certain man to create a space for that brother there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the most idiotic thing Klopp's ever done in his tenure. So I have an animosity towards the brother still. No, I'm joking.
Are you?
Dominic.
There was a couple men that told me that he was gonna be a good player. I think he had the potential to maybe be something all right, but he was never gonna be Liverpool quality. Came through the Chelsea Academy and they create a lot of good players. So to be fair, maybe his career just went the wrong way. Maybe if it had gone the right way, he could have been something. Scored 1 goal for Liverpool and it was a banger. You'd have to only give him like a 2 out of 10 if you were going to rate what he did at Liverpool. And I think I'm even being generous if I say 2 out of 10. But yeah, you know, we all make mistakes. You forgive and you move on. But replacing Divock for Solanke was the dumbest thing Klopp's ever done.
Yeah, agreed. Not the dumbest thing, but that's
the dumbest thing. I mean, he hasn't really ever done that. He hasn't done that many dumb things, bro. So I'm just saying that's
one thing I will say. Do you know what I look with hindsight? It was obviously a beautiful thing. I think the Solanke signing wasn't a bad move, but we should have loaned him out instead of Origi. Let him get some more first team experience. I think he could have come back a different player.
Yeah, I get that logic as well still.
And then my question was, what is my favorite Michael Jackson song? It is Rock With You. Rock With You is probably top 5 of all my songs. Like, that is my tune. See, my man just got an afro and he's got that glitter suit, bro. And he's just got a light that follows the hand that goes like that. And I'm like, yeah.
Hey, I know I went after.
Close your eyes, let the rhythm get to you.
I know I wasn't asked the question, but I've got to say mine. You can't talk about Michael.
There ain't nothing that you can do. That is my tune. I said, relax your mind. You know how deep the lyrics are. Listen to the lyrics.
No,
relax your mind. Lay back and groove with mine. Oh my God. The lyrics are deep, you know. Deep.
No, bro, big tune. Bro, I don't even really think there's many Michael Jackson tunes you could say, and you've got it wrong, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? Like whatever's yours is yours. Mine's Who Is It? That's my jam, bro.
Who is it?
That
is a friend of mine. Somebody turn my soul now.
Bro, the bass line on that tune. Ooh,
I'm getting no longer.
That is my jam,
you hear
bro.
pain in that song, boy. Shout out to MJ, man.
For me.
Shout out to MJ. Right, let's get our next caller in. We hit the lottery. We've got Mr. Lottery. Come on.
What's going on, bro?
Gang business.
Yes, my bro. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm good. Hey, real quick, guys. The Kopish song. I am making a song especially for Kopish. It's in the works. I got the beat. I got the samples from the Kop. The samples straight from the Kop. I lay.
Okay.
It's gonna be crazy.
As I was telling me, yeah. But letting off the atomic.
Do you want gigs on it?
Let me call up the Hollow Man still, man. Let me call up the Hollow Man. We get that patterned up
listen,
for you,
yeah.
Man.
Listen, yeah. Man's getting a new dub player. Man's got a feature on it somewhere along the line, innit? It's that man a tracker. Man's gonna lace it and bless it. Big up all the man of that.
Yeah, man. I'll get that done for you guys before the new year starts. So Apple Music,
love,
everything.
man.
Yeah.
Love, man.
Yeah. So real quick, this FSG thing, I'm at this point with them, it's like for me, it's just an inshallah thing, like faith in Klopp and just hope for the best because you already know what it is. They don't. People think that you can protest the owner out of somewhere. These men are rich. They don't care. Man United have been protesting the Glazers since 2004. It's never. They just don't care, and it's just to the point where it's like, whatever we do, whatever we say, it's not. So I'm just, faith in Klopp, inshallah. Just hope for the best. We need some things in January, but they're not gonna come. But yeah, I saw Drifty and Matt at the AFTV thing, man. The drip was crazy. My man Drifty had some shoes from 2050. I'm like, oh my days.
You might know about the old Beckham, bro.
Yeah, man, but no, I can't. On the then you got on the virtual football thing. I was expecting Prime Papi Cisse, but I got Mishu. I don't know.
Bro, let me tell you something, yeah. It ain't like riding a bike. Let me tell you, bro, it ain't like riding a bike, bro. Listen, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I know I'm rusty now, but when you're 5 rare nephews deep as well, bro, listen, I'm just lucky I was hitting the target at all, bro. Man was waved that night, bro.
No, I'm just joking. Yo, big up, Matt. What's happening, my brother?
What's going on, bro? You right?
I'm good. So,
and I got to back Cal as well. Cal was in socks, which must have been difficult as well. Still, I'm not gonna lie.
Very difficult, bro.
Hey man, Cal's
you hearing these men with their excuses, yeah?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, like you was any better? Come on.
Oh, really, Cal? Did you catch my Neymar skill on camera, or did you you forgot to edit that?
Matt started off very slow, and then when he grew into it, he was very, very good. To be fair to him.
Listen, the evidence is right there. Shout out. That's a little members plug right now. We got behind the scenes members mini vlog coming out tomorrow morning, members. So look out for that. And you'll see it all unravel right there. You know what I'm saying?
No, did you get the Neymar skill on camera, Cal?
I don't think I got it on camera now.
I'll leave it there, people.
I was too busy taking off my suede shoes to walk on there with socks on and try and do it.
No, but Cal's been in Croydon giving blood. You have to allow him.
That's my excuse still.
Man of the people.
Indeed.
That's my excuse.
So my question is, who do you guys think is the most like delusional fan base? For me, it's between Man United and Arsenal, but I'll say Arsenal just because Man United, those fans, you kind of have to earn their respect a little bit. They have to see something. Arsenal is like, they're like Geldem. You just got to send a good morning, beautiful text 5 days in a row and it's over with. I swear, all Emil Smith Rowe has to do is play good for 5 games in a row and he's the new Rocky Rocastle. I just don't know. I just don't know with these people. They're so
it's facts, man. It's facts, bro.
Like they're so the emotions they have are like. Do you remember that Thomas Party T
Yeah.
Zoom. Bro, Don Robbie was moving like Victoria Beckham.
I've got to agree. Arsenal fans they're up there, man.
No, and they're talking like we're gonna go to Anfield, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. I'm like, please, Mosa, I beg, please, just do the Man United thing. Just get a Hattie, just do it, just do a little madness on them. I want to see Arteta do that thing where he goes like. You know when men get stressed and he starts going through his hair. Oh.
I'm not gonna lie, Arteta's hair is impeccable though.
It is still.
That's the only thing that he's got going for him, though. Real talk.
It is impeccable. That's it. You know the Arsenal fan base. If there was more Robbies and Turkishes in that fan base, I would like Arsenal. It's there's too many. Like you said, there's too many people that just get carried away, man. They just get so carried away.
Shout out to Pippa as well. Pippa's level.
Oh yeah. Pippa's a real one as well.
Yeah. No, those three in particular, I think they're always very like. The thing, they're just very level-headed, so they will just tell you, like they'll be honest with you, and they'll be like, "Listen, we're not in a good place right now. Yeah, the game's gonna be hard, like, and we're in form, but they kind of probably think it's Liverpool. They're not expecting much, but and then you get other Arsenal fans where it's like they'll start saying Ramsdale should be top 3 goalkeepers in the league, and Tierney's better than Robertson, and Thomas Partey's like one of the best. It's like, bro, slow down.
It's crazy. Like, Bukayo Saka's not better than Divock Origi, but they've got this man on like some type of pedestal. Like, yeah, he's a good young player at most. I don't know. It's a bit crazy over there, but hey, I just hope that we shut these guys up tomorrow. I don't want to hear anything. I want them to go back into that hole that they were hiding in when Brentford packed them on the day one thing. You get me?
Yeah, no, it's real, bro. It's real. But no, to answer your question, bro, I'll say it's Arsenal. Because you're right, Man United deserve a little bit more respect for what they've achieved. Like, I'm sick of still hearing about the Invincibles. Like, I can't believe literally I hear about that every day. Like, it was 17 years ago or something like that. Can we stop hearing about that now, please? Like, come on.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on, man.
We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. I'm excited for that dub plate, bro. I'm excited, bro. I can't even lie, bro.
Yeah. I already wrote the chorus. I'm writing the lyrics right now. It's gonna. I just can't wait for you guys to hear it, and all the proceeds will go to Kopish. It's gonna be on Apple Music, Spotify. All the money that gets made is going to you guys. So just stay tuned.
Come on, bro. Come on. Man just coming in. Man just dropping too many bombs,
What's going on?
Bro.
There's someone cutting onions in here, bro. What's going on?
Hey, let me call JW. Let me call JW, man.
Love as always, bro, man.
Love, bro. Nah, blessings each and every time, man.
Hey, bless, bros. Yeah, stay up.
Trust me.
Love, man. Love.
Yeah.
Take care.
Big up.
Legend
Ahmed in the building, bro.
Come on, man. That's love.
Legend,
right.
Fam.
Got our next caller.
Yeah.
The one and only Firmino's lawyer.
You know he's.
Come on.
What's
telling me, family? What on?
Good, brother. How are you?
What's going on, bro?
I'm good. I have a conversation with a guy who supports the Pagans, trying to tell me that Havertz was like League 2 standard and all that, bro. Trust me. You see, oh man, you see what it is? They gas up everyone. You have to I can't see Lakabunda scoring at Anfield. Come on, you have to play. Tommy Zoom at right back, and what's his name? The Passion Merchant up and down at left back, man, and who the revolving tractor in there, man, like Thomas Partey. Oh my
You can always trust the Chelsea man to start slewing Arsenal. I love it.
Each and every.
Here, cook the Pagans. But no, so obviously I've got two unpopular opinions. One that might hit home, but see, I think Risa would do a better job in this Liverpool team than Andy Robertson, in my opinion. But that's because I love Risa. Risa was like one of my favorite left backs when he was playing. Remember that goal he lenged against Man United? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, it's big. Goal,
I nearly dropped the dinner plate off my lap. Still, I remember that.
Man, that guy was different. Like, and then what else was there? I know that everyone talks about this, but you see, Draw FC, man, like the Invisibles, more draws than a guy who sells Zubis. They're not top 5. Them there.
I said Draw FC, you know.
He said more draws than a man that sells Zuppies.
12 draws, you know.
12 draws is a lot. I'm not gonna lie. That is a lot.
That's a lot of draws, fam.
That is a lot of draws.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot.
But here's the thing. If you want to know a fun fact, they actually lost more games in all comps than when Man United won the treble as well. But they keep saying invincible. On that. They're not even top 5. They're not top 5. They're not top 5 Prem winning teams of all time. There's 2 Man United teams that are better. The Chelsea team in 2005 was better. The double team that they had in 98 was way better. The one with like Overmars and Uncle Patty in there. And also you had
Cities.
Yeah, City's the 18-19. Liverpool, I'd even put Liverpool's above them.
Yeah, on 1920 as well.
1920, innit?
It's a debate, but Draw FC, they can't be in there. And last thing, we have to end the debate now. This debate can no longer go on. Who is the biggest club in London? Is it the Pagans or is it the Pride of London? So, Drifty or Matt, who do you want?
All right.
What?
I'm gonna take my full unbiased hat off for that one. I'll take my full unbiased hat off for that one.
I'll check that out still. No, that's a good question. I like that.
Who's taking who?
Yeah, who you guys? Who are you two the back?
Oh well, we got a bet. I'm taking Chelsea then. I'm not backing Arsenal.
No. All right. I'll take Arsenal.
I'm not backing Arsenal, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not. They're the ops tomorrow. You're mussing mad.
I'll take them.
Love as always, though, bro. Love as always, man. Big up yourself, man.
Big up every time. Come on.
Yeah, man. Love G. Love,
blessings, bro. Each and every time, man.
Thank you for the questions, as well, brother.
Yeah, come on.
Big up.
Take care, bro. All right. So let me read the super chat while Matt prepares to get smoked. Mr. Dare I Say Drift says, Drifty, on a serious note, Origi over Lacazette.
100%. Come on, man. There can't be anybody that doesn't back me on that now.
All right. So here's my actual answer on that. It depends what you want from your strike. If you want more of a finisher, then Origi. If you want someone who will do more of the false nine stuff, then Lacazette.
Are we playing musical chairs or football?
No, Drift. Come on, man. It's like Firmino.
Are we twerking or are we kicking?
No,
it's a
Firmino and Origi argument. Effectively, you're better off comparing Origi to Aubameyang, and you're better off comparing flipping Firmino to Lacazette. They're different types of players.
They are different, to be fair.
Lacazette is better all-round player than Origi. But Origi's a better finisher.
Is he really?
Yeah, Origi's a better. I think Origi's a better goal scorer and maybe a better impact to But
so you're telling me Origi plays 35, 40 games a season like Lacazette does, would not be better than Lacazette, even all round, bro.
But Drift, that's
when he was playing for Belgium, he was dropping deep, picking up the ball, making runs. He was
doing maybes. No, but we can only go by what we've seen, though.
Okay. Anyway, let's not talk about Origi. Anyway.
Risa over Robbo, guys. What are you saying?
That's a tough one because currently Robbo's top 3 left backs in the world and has been for the last few seasons. So
still top.
He's still
I'm saying like in general. But I'm trying to think if Risa was allowed off the leash under Klopp, how damaging that could have been. Because when you deep it under Benitez, as good as he was, Benitez was still very rigid and very robotic in a lot of ways that we played. Can you imagine Risa under Klopp, where Klopp went, I tell you what, John Arna, just do your thing. Just do your thing. Like, we got to be real. That could have...
What people forget, though, is Risa played a lot from the left wing position under Benitez because we had Aurelio.
You mean left midfield?
Sorry,
I wouldn't say a lot. I wouldn't say a lot. He did it, but I wouldn't say a lot.
No, he did.
He had mixed. It was kind of mixed.
Traore first.
He was still 80% at left back though.
It was mixed, bro. If I remember correctly, Risa done the whole left back and left midfield. He done both.
Yeah, about 20%. But like he was majority left back.
Trying to think.
He was majority left back.
Not under Rafa, I don't think, bro.
Nah, he was, guys. He was.
Because I remember Rafa's favourite team.
Even if it was 70-30, it was still majority left back.
Maybe under Julia, I don't think under Rafa, bro.
Do you know? All right, this is what I will say.
I still think he'd Mazza in a Klopp team.
He would. I think defensively, we'll probably be a little bit like, because obviously he's not as good defensively. But see, from an attacking point of view, when we always talk about, if only Robbo could shoot, that's a recent.
It would be like Trent.
I was just gonna say we'd have to go 3 at the back to play Risa.
I think that kind of leaves you a little bit exposed. I can't lie. If you're playing, Risa,
you have to play 3 at the back. There's no 2 ways about
Risa and Trent, fam.
If you play,
if you had a fully fit Matip and Virgil, I think we might be all right.
That's a lot of work, bruv.
All you'd have to do is get a more mobile holding man.
Bruv, you'd have to go 3 at the back, bruv.
But you're already changing a lot, though.
But imagine what their team would be trying to cope with Risa
it'd be amazing. It'd be amazing.
But that's why you have to go through at the back, though.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Man, like John Arne, you know. Remember that when he packed past Tottenham? Jeez.
Yeah. Other guys levels.
Remember, we used to have Aga and Risa that will both step out from the back and just pack shots, you know.
Daniel Aga mindset. Listen, I know Carlos Aga as well. Aga different,
bro. Aga confirmed his legacy when he just dealt with Torres, bro.
Facts. All right then. Drift, you've got Chelsea. Matt, you've got Arsenal. I'll give you guys 30 seconds each.
I'm only gonna need 5 seconds.
Matt, do you just want to rip off the band-aid, bro?
No, I'll let Drift go first.
All right, go on then, Drift. You'll go.
Go on, Drift.
We normally look at things when we're talking about recency. So look over the last decade, and do you have a European trophy?
That was 7 seconds.
Okay.
But can you just repeat the question, Cal, just to make sure I can get in all the kind of ammunition that I need for these 7 seconds?
Sure thing. Mr. Dare I say it just says Matt equals Nico, Drifty equals Park Life, and Cal equals Origi. Me equals Park Life. Oh, Park Life, Drift. That's
Nico. Damn.
Nico's better than Park Life, bro.
I know. Well, no, but he's doing it in terms of how we feel.
Good with Origi. I'm not gonna.
Them man, they know how I feel about.
Cal just got called clutch. That's a compliment.
Cal got the compliment, to be fair.
Yeah, Cal got the compliment.
Man's got a legacy out here. What have we got? We've got a park bench and a guy that's supposed to be the next Gareth Bale.
But man basically called me Adrian. I'm actually upset.
All right then, Matt, you'll go, bro.
What's the full question? One of the full questions.
Who's the biggest team in London, Chelsea or Arsenal?
The biggest.
Let's see how good his lying ability is.
No, let me be serious. I'm gonna need more than 7 seconds though.
No, but take all the time. Take all the time. But if it takes you another 50 years to win a European trophy,
I'm gonna take my minute.
So be it, bro.
I'm gonna take my minute.
Your time.
I'm gonna take my minute. I'm allowed my allocated minute.
Right, so here we go.
In fact, I'm not even gonna let you see my face while you do it, so it gives you. It stops the distraction.
No. You stay there. You need to hear this. All right, Jeff wants to be run scared. All right, cool. The biggest club in London, yeah, on form right now in recent history is Chelsea. But if we're talking about if you are a football historian, you have to say Arsenal. You don't go a season unbeaten and people can chat to you. You don't have one of the best footballers to ever play the game and be one of the best Premier League legends that beats all of their legends. That's Thierry Henry. No one can talk to him either. We set pace. They set pace. So I can't say we. I'm trying to really gas out the thing. But yeah, Arsene Wenger, when that coming change man's diet and that stop man guy, Nando's, you know what I mean? Drinking water, sports science. Arsene Wenger done all of that. What a Chelsea man doing? Them man, they had a man like Mutu who was moving mad. They had to get rid of him. Not only that, them man were bringing in old legends that couldn't even finish the game. So yeah, I'll leave it there. If we're talking about historically, it's Arsenal. But if you're talking about currently, yes, I will say Chelsea. But if we talk the big picture, you're a football historian. When you was watching football, did you want to be like Thierry Henry or did you want to be like Didier Drogba? I'll leave it there.
All right, we'll leave it to the people to decide.
Was that good? Did it look convincing?
Yeah, it did. You did.
I kind of lost myself there.
You did as well as you could have done.
I did as best as I could.
Yeah. Mr. Dare says, I say in terms of hate towards players. That's even less of a compliment.
Man said hate. What?
In terms of hate towards a player, this is who we are. So Drift is. So I'm just seen as the lazy one on the show still. Kind of harsh still.
No, but if I'm Nico, they're trying to say they hardly ever. No, but they're trying to say that they hardly ever see me, and there's this myth that I'm gonna get better.
Yeah, it's harsh.
How many times say I couldn't? How many times did he say Invincibles, Cal?
One
couple.
Was it?
No, it was a couple.
Yeah. I brought up Henry. I bought Henry.
What are you saying? When you put yourself into the mindset of an Arsenal fan, you just can't help yourself. Yeah,
no. Because I spoke about Henry. I did speak about Henry. I said
about Mutu as well.
Spoke about Mutu and that. You know, them ones there, them man there that play for Chelsea. That they're to get rid of. And I said, if
you did the low blow.
No. But I'm talking about historically.
Okay.
No, I had to do historically, and I also said as well, when you was growing up, Jeff. Let me ask you this question. Did you want to be Didier Drogba? I know you're not growing up. Obviously, you saw Drogba is older, but I'm just saying, if you was a kid and you watched tapes, would you want to be an Henry or a Drogba?
I'd want to be an Henry.
I like that still. I like that. See?
All right, let's get the next caller in. Chris. Can you hear us, Chris, bro? You're on mute at the moment, bro. There we go. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
No.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no.
Is he there? No, he's there. Yes.
What's good, man? What's good, guys? Are you all right?
Bro.
What's going on, bro?
I was having a bit of a World War II jamrock in the comments for a minute, That's why.
I'm not gonna lie. I will tell you guys, everyone watching. If you're gonna go to war with Jamrock, make sure you're about it.
You have to, man. The guy has an answer for everything. But yeah,
I know Chris is fully FSG out though, so I know that war ain't gonna end.
Chris, because this man's probably with JW. Make sure you got your VPN on it and hide your ISP. Jamrock moves mad still. Nah, I'm joking. Big up Jamrock though. It's all love, bro.
Yeah, big up Jamrock, man. Nah, you know what? FSG, yeah, we've had discussions about these, man. I'm not surprised about FSG. I don't even really want to be talking about FSG right now. What I want to be talking about is Klopp and where this team can go in the next few years, because it's pretty clear that FSG aren't going to back him in the way we want him to be backed. Yeah. So my questions are, how is Klopp going to actually win trophies under this regime in the future? Like, what does he have to do? Because to me, he's a bit too loyal to the guys he's got now. So even if you do bring in like one or two other guys, will they really have the impact he expects and really playing? Because like you said, Origi, all these, man, they have to really, either there has to be an injury, that's one, or they have to be playing exceptionally well to replace one of our starting 11. So to me, what's going to hinder Klopp in the future, or even this season, in fact, is going to be his favoritism to certain players and, just basically injuries. So, my question is, how is he going to survive in this regime? Like, what does he have to do to win more major trophies? And my second question actually is going to be, do we have to put a bit more fault on Klopp and why we don't get certain players? Because he really defends FSG at times, and it really starts to annoy me. And I know there might be reasons behind it, but at the end of the day, we've seen Klopp has his favoritism, and it's not outlandish to think that there's certain players he don't want because he doesn't suit the system. So those are my two questions.
Fantastic.
Good questions.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up, man.
No, big up, guys. Big up, guys.
Always, bro. We chop that up now,
man.
Definitely, bro.
Yeah, see you later, man. See ya.
Man.
Take care, bro. Have a blessed one, man.
You know what, guys? Yeah, let's just start this off. I don't know if you lot remember, but when we first got Klopp,
just read that super chat. My disdain for Man U is equal to Cal's hate for Origi. I don't hate Origi. I don't.
You do, but just not as much as Man United.
I know. I don't hate Origi.
Hate is a strong word.
I genuinely don't.
Every time Origi scores, Cal's like, fuck, man.
Hate is strong. Hate is strong.
As a person, I like Origi. I love Origi as a person. I just think we've outgrown him as a footballer. But I love Origi as a person.
That's fair.
I would actually love to kick it with Origi. I'd vibe with Origi. Like, I actually really have a lot of time and love for Origi as a person.
Fair dues. I remember when Matt was asking for lawyers and that when DePaul got moved to and that. I put video evidence in there and that, and Matt was asking for lawyers and all kind of. But anyway, we moved.
No, but you gave me some mad view though,
bruv.
Guys, when I said the view was far, it's like when I went Nou Camp and I sat right at the back and I was like, who is that on the pitch?
Yeah, but it was close enough to see man get skinned though, right?
Honestly, to this day, I don't even know who it was. It might have been number 5, Rodrigo.
It was Rodrigo, bro. But anyway, we moved. But do you remember when we first got Klopp? And I remember there was a lot of rumors going around reports coming out of Germany that Klopp's the type of manager that never actually gets involved in transfers. Like never, he's one of them man who he'll have a little list and he'll be like, look, if you can get me these players, cool. If you can't, give me who you want, because he enjoys working with a director of football. Those are the rumors in 2015-16, right? If you fast forward the 5 years till now, would you kind of feel like those rumors might be true when you think about kind of like the trajectory of the way things have gone under Klopp?
Maybe. It's just
because if that's true, then can we really put blame on Klopp if he kind of just goes, look, you give me who you want, and then I'll work with them?
Well,
can we put any blame on him for that?
Yes, because I'll break it down in a different way. If I'm a builder and I just tell a man, oh, here's £500, just go and get me any tools and I'll do what I need to do. You'd be like, but are you doing the bathroom and in your tiling and all that? Yeah, just grab me anything. And but if they come out with a Stanley knife and a drill, that's on me, isn't it? How am I gonna put the towels up? Where's the adhesive? Where's the towel cutter? Where's the bits to go in between the tiles? Like, that's on me, innit? I can't just give a man money and tell him just go and do
but if your director of football is meant to know what he's doing, you're not going to expect him to come back with the wrong tools. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but he's still as a manager. So if that's the case, then are we saying that him not playing the likes of a Minamino, for example, is him getting the wrong tools?
Maybe.
So what are we even doing here as a club then?
I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking a question.
No, but that's a. Do you know what? This is one thing I think I said it in. Was it the streaming?
No, like I said, he gives them a list, but he doesn't get angry if they don't bring him who's on the list.
I agree, because he's never always like got his first choice all the time. There's times when he's had his second or third choice, and it's worked out for him.
Van Dijk.
He does trust the people.
It's probably the only times he got his first choice, if we're being honest.
But here's the thing. I don't have a problem with that, because all right, let's say right now I said, guys, we need to sign another winger. Matt, you're saying Rafinha. I'm saying Neto. Let's say Drift, you said Luis Diaz. If we got any one of those three
who's
players,
rumoured, by the way.
Yeah, but if we got any one of those three players, we're not sitting here being upset, are we?
No, not at all.
So that's probably the list that Klopp's given. But if, let's say, for example, we gave that list and then they came back with, I don't know, bloody, who can I think? Pepe.
Just
Ryan Fraser.
Yeah, let's say they came with Ryan Fraser.
Oh,
Klopp's going to be sitting there thinking, well, they did that with Ben Davies, bro. Like,
he said, I need a centre back. And you know when Klopp gets animated, because he's like,
only played him in behind the doors.
Behind closed doors.
Footage was him getting skinned by Ben Woodburn, bro.
They made sure we didn't see footage even on the LFC TV Go.
Bruv,
actually, no, do you know what? He also got one out of him. That was another player Klopp wanted that he got.
Don't get me wrong. Over the years, don't get me wrong. He's had his first choices come through, but I do wonder sometimes though, like when he gives that list, like for example, I don't know how much Klopp wanted Minamino. It's hard to say. Like, and I don't think nobody knows. That's the honest truth. And I think we can all speculate. We can all read a report. We can say this journalist is creditable, but only Klopp knows. But I do. The reason why I brought this up the other day, I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, but I was like, is the real reason why Klopp doesn't play Minaminos and your Rigis, so to speak, and back in your days your Shaqiri, is because those weren't really the players that he trusts. He don't trust them, because you know we're talking about favorites, yeah. Like, does he trust Minamino? Like, does he really trust him? Because I kind of feel like if he trusts you, so to speak, he kind of does play you. I know he doesn't have his favorites, but you see, Jota showed to him that he can trust him. And I think Jota is a prime example of like, right, like, let me show you what I can do so you can trust me.
Linda's guy though, isn't it?
No, he is. And he trusts Linders. But Jota still had to earn his stripes, because that front three, bro, is like cement. You're not moving them. Till it got to a point when we had to play against Man City, he shoehorned in Firmino, who was out of form, to play all four. And that was because Jota made such a case.
I don't think he shoehorned him in. I actually think when you look back, I think those were actually the right tactics. We just didn't implement it right in the second half.
I disagree. I don't know. I kind of feel like
Bobby in the 10 works, Matt.
Sorry to cut you, Matt.
In that game,
in that particular game, we were destroying them in the first half. In
the first half,
yeah. And then remember, in the second half, we switched to a flat 4-4-2, and then it just fell apart.
The thing is, what I'm trying to say is, he does have his favorites, but you sometimes have to question: is the reason why Klopp don't play certain players is sometimes when it's like a manager trying to send a signal, like, right, I don't trust this player that you bought me, so I'm not going to play him because I see him week in, week out. Because sometimes I think to myself, like, why don't you start Minamino? Like, I know we laugh and joke sometimes about...
but he does, though, bruv. Randomly. Remember Crystal Palace away, bruv, and we were like, raw.
That's one random game. And then when he scores or something, we don't play him. It's almost like he's subliminally saying to the owners, yeah, you got me this player, but like, it's not what I asked for. I will use him to when I feel like it's necessary, but unless it's necessary, I'm not going to use him. And I kind of felt even that little bit way about Tsimikas for a bit, because I was like, right, like, Robbo's not having a great season. Let's be honest. Let's call it frank. He's not having a great season. He's not being terrible. He's not having a great season. Tsimikas is playing better. And like, only now you're kind of like forced to play him if there's an injury, when really should be playing him before. But was that because you didn't trust him before? I know Tsimikas got injuries and he did have COVID, so maybe that had a part to play. But it's like, sometimes I do think to myself, like, rah, Klopp, like, you can't say one thing in a press conference and say, oh, it's what we have, I'm happy with the squad. But then sometimes I feel like how you're saying the subliminal by not playing the players that we believe that could maybe change a game, or you should start this player because they're in better form. It's a hard one to really work out, and I just kind of think we all sit here and and ah about it, but I don't think no one has the answer. And one of the hardest things to kind of work out, in my opinion. I generally don't know if Klopp doesn't pick them because he don't trust them, or whether he just doesn't pick them because he has his favourites. I
think it's a combination of he has his favourites, but he also goes to his tried and tested because there's a lot of pressure. And remember, pressure bursts pipes in it. And I'm not saying Klopp buckles under pressure, because he doesn't, but pressure gets to anyone. Don't matter who you are. We sort of get to Guardiola in the final. Like, pressure can get to even the greatest of managers, right? It's a tough one. Like, all right, we got 4 players in the Liverpool team. All right, one of them's gone now, that he actually tried to get at Dortmund. So he tried to sign Matip when he was at Dortmund. He tried to sign Firmino when he was at Dortmund. He tried to sign Origi, and he tried to sign Mane. And there's even rumours he tried to sign Ronaldo, but I don't know how true they are. But we know Matip, Mane, Firmino, and Origi are real. Like, they're actual real. Like, he tried to get those 4 players when he was at Dortmund. Matip plays all the time. Firmino plays all the time. Mane plays all the time. Origi doesn't. So 3 of the 4 goes to show you he wanted that player. So when he got hold of him, he favoritized him. They're also top level ballers, so they deserve to play because all 3 of them are world-class players. Matip, Firmino, and Mane. So it's a weird one, isn't it? In terms of, like, does he have favorites? Is it just tried and tested? Does he always revert back to, well, you've proved yourself? It's a weird one. It is a weird one.
I'll say this, and this is to answer this person, and this is not me throwing shade. So, Manda says, are we saying that Klopp hasn't had any say of any signings we had, hence why he's not playing them? That's BS. No, what I'm saying is this. I think there's been some signings where you maybe have to think, did he really want that player? Because, of course, like, Klopp has a hand in it. He's part of the transfer committee. And being part of a transfer committee means you have a massive say in terms of who comes in and who doesn't. But you might not have final say. Of course, he got the players that he wanted. But I just do think there are some players that he didn't want, and you can kind of see, like we were pointing out, Manda, like your Ben Davis, and maybe even attacking Minamino. Because here's the thing, I kind of feel like when Klopp really trusts you, he don't loan you out ever. Like, he will never loan you. And I give an example, and I know you're kind of going to ends of the spectrum, but Klopp would never loan out a Mane or Salah. But then why would he loan out a Minamino? Because he felt like Minamino wasn't ready. So he was like, you know what? Let me see if I can get him ready. Because maybe he wasn't what I wanted, but let me see if he can prove it to me, and then I can use him for this coming season. And he, you know, that's what he's done. So that's why when I say to you, it's like, it's not every player, of course not Manda, but I think there's certain players where you kind of have to go, did he really want that player? Because you're not even really utilizing them maybe as much as you could. Because we always talk about bro, you got a squad, but you're not utilizing it. And I think it's a bit of lack of trust there.
I don't know, man.
Couple super chats. So, Mr. Dare I Say It Drift says, imagine we sell Mo and Nico as a replacement. There'd be riots if that happened. Jamrock said Jota also played because Bobby was badly out of form. That is true as well. We remember, guys, we got to answer Chrissy's questions as well.
Sorry,
how does Klopp win trophies under this regime?
He's got to pull miracles like he did in the first place, really. Like, we've got a quality squad. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to go that far. Well, we've got a quality first 11, but he's just got a. The thing that worries me about Klopp is you're always exerting, man. You know what I mean? There's a reason why there's things like Mother's Day, for example, because she does everything for you. Give her a day off. You know what I mean? Like, she gets up, takes you to school, comes home, goes to work, comes home, cooks dinner, tucks you in, wakes you up. Like, she deserves that Mother's Day, right? Day off. Klopp deserves a day off. Can we give him a chance where he can like just relax for a minute? Because this man always seems to be under pressure and having to pull coal out and turn it into diamonds. Like, can we just give the man a day off? We gave him a little bit of a day off when we gave him Van Dijk. We gave him a little bit of a day off when we gave him Fabinho. That was a long time ago. Like, can we give him another day off? How about Klopp just wakes up and then Mbappe's just coming in? He's like, okay, right, now we're moving. Yeah, all right, cool. Like, give him a day off, man. We're always putting this man under pressure. And when I watch him in interviews, I see the pressure. I genuinely do. Like, I watch him and I think, he's fed up. Like, he's fed up. Like, he's always under pressure. And I'm a true believer in don't watch face, right? And I don't think Klopp watches face. But he's got to look at Tuchel and Pep every now and again and go, right, boy, them man just want to play and they get him. Even Solskjaer, bruv. He just wants to play and just get him. Must be nice, isn't it?
Mm.
Do you get what I mean? Like, and you're not even trying to watch face, but like, there must be a way. It must be difficult, say, for there to not be a way of Klopp feeling like that when he's watching his rivals just go and get whoever they want to make their life easier. And then he's got to always turn like, and I know he enjoys doing it. He admitted it. And I think he meant what he said when he said, like, if football just became about money, I wouldn't want to be a manager. But he had to adapt. But I believe him. I believe he wants to develop players and he wishes money weren't involved. So it could just be like, get a young talent and make him who he is. I believe that. But realistically, that's not how football goes.
That's not life either.
Yeah. It's not life. And I'm sure he looks at them and goes, so they just get Varane, Ronaldo, and Sancho, just like that. Like, he just said he wanted. They just spent 100 million on Lukaku. Right? He said he wanted to strike, and they just did it. All right, cool. Like, you can't help it. It's human nature to watch your competition and what they're doing. Do you get what I mean? When Klopp's got to sit back and be told he's got bills to pay, and he's watching these men go out and do whatever they want. Come on, man, it must get to him. I think he looks fed up to me. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, when he's got to turn Harvey Elliott into a baller, like,
we still haven't answered the question of how does he win trophies?
No, but that's what we're talking about now, isn't it? Like turning coal into diamonds. That's the only way he can win another trophy, if he continues to turn coal into diamonds. Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones are examples. He's got 2 pieces of coal there, and he's got to turn them into diamonds.
See, I agree with some of that drift, but at the same time, I think it's a case of we need to be very, very lucky with injuries. I think if we I genuinely think if we didn't, like, 1920 was a prime example. Like, the spine was virtually injury free for a lot of that season, and no one could touch us. So I think a lot comes down to that. But at the same time, Chelsea weren't as strong in that season as they are now. Man City was still strong that season. Man City always strong, pretty much. So it comes down to us, but at the same time, gotta have depth, and I don't know how that's happening. So,
by the way, I think Elliott and Jones are ballers and can be, but when you're in a title race, it's very difficult. But so, right now, it's Deontay Wilder. Klopp is Deontay Wilder right now, trying to learn how to actually have a boxing skill to take on Fury, while he's actually about to fight him. So that's what Klopp's constantly doing. He's in the competition, trying to teach players to be good enough while being in the competition. He's not getting time. Like, no, in 3 years' time, get them man there ready. He's trying to get it ready now while he's competing. And it's difficult. It's very difficult.
Like, again, to lead on to the second question, is Klopp not at fault a little bit as well then? Because he doesn't have to work under these restraints if they're so bad. But also, if, as we
can
maybe
only
suggested,
leave them, Cal.
I know, and I'm not saying that I want
Which
to
is
happen,
what we don't want.
No, I hear that, but at the same time, then he can't really moan, innit? It's like he can't have it both ways unless he's going to get change, which doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon. Like,
I don't know, Cal. All right, let me tell you, if you in the first year of dating your girl, she told you, right, like, I just want to chill on a Saturday and Sunday. I'm a Netflix girl. I don't like going out, like the cinema. I don't really like the cinema.
Right.
Like, I'd rather get a takeaway. Do you know what I mean? Like let's just we can rotate the takeaway.
I can't even laugh. My cough is killing me.
We can do a Chinese 1 week, pizza and that. We can just rotate. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then every weekend you're like, let's go out. And she's like, look, man, I don't want to go out. Let's order in. Like, at some point, you've got to be like, look, she told me at the beginning. She did. I can't even be angry at her. She told me she don't like going out on the weekend. She told me she'd rather get takeaway than go to a restaurant. She told me she'd rather watch Netflix than go cinema. Like, I can't be mad at her. I can't be. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, but FSG told Klopp this was the way, innit?
No, but here's the thing, Drift. Then it's up to me whether I decide to stay with her or leave her to go.
Yeah. And if she's a good woman, fuck if you don't go out. Link the man them and go out if you want. Stay with her. She's a good woman.
No, but if she's also a good woman, she might also slightly evolve. So when I say evolve, I mean like, yeah, she told you from get-go. It might be a Netflix, whatever. But she might be like, you know what though? Even I said at the beginning, there's a couple of times I might change my routine slightly. And I think that's what
Van Dijk for being.
They didn't change their routine, but nothing changed. What changed there? What changed?
Look, let's not
get it was a ready-made player.
It
was sell to buy though.
It was a ready-made player. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Mr. Darcy Drift says ranking order: Kimmich, Oblak, Mane, and Mbappe. Oof.
Mane, Mbappe, Kimmich, Oblak. Who is Richarlison? I don't even know who that is.
No, he's taking the mic. He's saying Richarlison, Mbappe.
What?
Oh, okay. That's okay. Little shot there. I see it. Oh yeah, no comma. I see it.
He's trying to say Richarlison in back. What?
Yeah, how you ranking them, Matt?
Oblak, Kimmich, Mbappe, or Mane. No, sorry, Mane.
Hold on, did you do reverse order?
Oblak.
So is this your best to worst or worst to best?
Are you doing reverse order? What are you actually doing here?
I don't know.
You've glitched, mate.
No, I ain't glitched. I'm just thinking. Right. Here's where I'm going. First, I'm going from best to worst. Yeah.
Cool. Then.
Best to worst now. Yeah. All right. Cool. How about time to think? Kimmich, Oblak, Mbappe, Mane. Keeping it real.
I'm going.
Get rid of him, Cal.
I'm going Oblak, Kimmich, Mane, and Mbappe.
Fucking hell, man.
Keeping it real, fam.
Solo thing, yeah. All right, cool. Right, we're running out, people.
Hold on, Matt. So Mbappe is still in your top 5 then in world.
Mbappe, where did I put him just a minute ago?
You put him 3rd in this list.
Behind
Kimmich and Oblak.
I never said he was top 5. I said Mbappe was top 10.
Okay, cool.
No, we
can revisit
that. Top 5. No, you actually said top 5.
Do you want me to do top 5?
No. I'm just.
No, I don't.
But people were looking at me sideways when I said top 10.
Anyway, next caller.
You just named 2 men that I didn't
both
say.
of you just let me down.
Top 10,
you both just let me down big time. But
why did we let you down?
Why? Because Mane
was last on Matt's list out of those players. We were second to last.
Let me ask you this: again, it's hard to decipher because they're in different positions.
In the last
in my
3-4
opinion, is the
years,
second best goalkeeper in the world.
Listen, I'm not going to say
that. All right, next caller. Henry. Can you hear us, Henry? You're on mute, though, bro.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Not too bad, bro. How are you?
What's going on, man?
I appreciate you having me on.
Pleasure.
My question is, how do you think the purchase of Newcastle affects the title challengers differently for this Premier League campaign? Because I'm thinking that, like, right now Newcastle are tied for the fewest points in the league, but they clearly have ambitions to not get relegated. That's obvious. So that kind of drags an extra team further up the bottom half of the table into that relegation battle. And I don't think that Man City, Chelsea, us, and West Ham, because they're relevant now, those teams don't play the same against different levels of competition. Like, I feel like sometimes Man City just can slip up against anyone, but like Chelsea are really, as you guys say, like eating their dinner this year. And so that kind of had me thinking that it's going to affect those title challengers differently. So I want your opinion on how that's going to look.
Okay. So based upon when we actually play against Newcastle, so like once they have January, get in a few players and that, and when we play against them, you mean?
So not just playing against Newcastle, but what that does to the bottom half of the table and how the title challengers will respond to those bottom half teams, you know, having a greater sense of urgency that they need to avoid relegation, because that right now is already looking like they could drag someone else in. I don't know.
No, I get you, bro. Good question, man. I get you, man.
Henry, is this your first time on as well?
No, I called it like a couple months ago, but I wasn't on camera. But
okay.
Okay.
No,
cool. Big up, man.
No, appreciate
it.
Big
up, bro.
Cheers, bro.
Take care, bro.
Cheers, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's a great question, you know. It's actually got me thinking, because
it's a big question.
It's gonna make everyone play harder every game.
Yeah, because I think, as he said, he made a good point. Teams like Southampton and that will be a little bit more worried if they do good business in January, because that's one of the teams that's going to be scared. Burnley, one of the teams that's going to be scared that
flip it quickly, Drift? West Ham are going to play even harder, because they know if they don't get into Europe this season, it could be even harder next season.
That's true.
That's so true, you know.
And I feel like they're already playing well enough to make it anyway. They might make maybe one tweak in January, maybe, to make their squad a bit better, because they really need a backup for Antonio. I think that's what the only weakness is that they have. Lingard. No, bro, I'm not even going to lie. Do you not think it's true? Speaking of Newcastle, so it's staying on topic, do you think it's true that there's like an unwritten bond between the clubs at that meeting they had where Newcastle weren't invited to, where they've all gone, nobody give them any players? Fuck these lot. Because apparently it's real, you know.
All right, check this year, Drift. This is a perfect analogy for this year. All three of us say, you know what? You see, when we go out, don't say yes to anyone offering you free anything. And then someone comes up to me and says, you know what, Cal? You see over there? A whole crate of apple juice if you want it. Matt, you see over there, yeah? Whole crate and whole tray of free chicken wings if you want it. Drift, you see over there, yeah?
It has to be free for Matt.
I know, because you're thinking about the other night as well. When I heard the wings, we move.
I go, Drift, you know what, Drift, yeah? See over there, yeah? You see Magnum? Lifetime supply. Are we going to come back in 100 and say, oh, guy, yeah. Should we say no or should we say yes? But everyone will say no to Newcastle in that meeting. If Newcastle go to one of their clubs and offer double the money they would have got for any other player, I guarantee you they say yes.
I mean, that analogy was great, but the only thing is, if you drank alcohol, I could come back and show you, man, what offer I'm getting, and I could bring you in. Matt could bring us in on the chicken wings. And I drink apple juice, but I'm just not going to be tempted enough to break the pack. So I guess it depends. Like, I know if I come over, it's like, yo, Matt, I'm going to break the pack, but I'm going to slip my Maggies anytime he wants. Matt's going to be like, hey, do your thing, bro.
That's good, man. Do your thing, bro. You gotta say, go get that lifetime supply, bro. Do your thing. So
You see over there, Cal?
I get the sentiment.
Magic beard cream, Cal. You taking it? I'll high five you, man, as I'm walking to the beard cream, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If you told me that certain man over there had like
Drift, do you want that Drake hairline?
I was gonna say the cream was just called Drake. It was just called Drake, bro.
It's called Drake, you know.
I'll be like, boy, I'm not.
Newcastle.
I'll be like,
has changed everything. It's changed everything. I hear Popeyes open up in. Oh, jeez.
Hey, you know what? Actually, no, there's some. Yeah, I won't even say no.
Jeez.
I had Popeyes when I was in America.
I don't care.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it was better than KFC.
Listen.
It wasn't.
Jamrock, you know about this. When I went to
I don't want you to upset Matt.
When I went LA for the first time back in 2015, I went to is it Fat Burger? I think Kanye owns a part of that joint. I think. I'm not gonna lie, I went Fat Burger, and yeah, it was over when I had Fat Burger.
I never had a Fat Burger.
Fat Burger's serious. When I had it, I really enjoyed it still. But
Popeyes is okay, but I prefer KFC. Although when I had American KFC, nice. I wanted to know why I was getting a piece of bread or mashed potatoes. I was like, yo, where's the fries at? Where's the fries? Mashed potato, you know? The man were offering my mashed potato, bro.
Very different.
KFC and gets mashed potato, bro.
You got to eat that with spork, innit?
Yeah, bro. Like, I love American food, but I was confused. I was like, hold on a minute. Where's the fries? Mashed potato.
Anything you got to eat with spork is niche, you know?
Yeah, bro.
Have you made, you must have had it, because, no, of course you have, but, like, have you had the Wingstop in America?
No, only the one we had when we was in England.
It's different lifestyle. Food is life, bro. I swear. Food is life, bro.
Hey, Matt don't like nothing more than food, you know.
Food is life.
Nothing more than food. That's why he got vexed when I said about not eating out. He's like, hold on a minute, she don't want to eat out.
Bro, if you're not eating out, I'm not about that.
Like, if she don't eat food like me, then she is a goner.
Bro, no, food is important. It's very important, people. Do not let anyone tell you different.
But gluttony is bad. Remember that.
Yes, gluttony is very bad, but food is very important, people. I will stress it one more time.
Jamrock says, I think Klopp is involved in all decisions and signs off on all of them, but he tries to use them in his system and the formation best suited to them. Very true.
Yeah, he's involved, 100%.
Mr. Dare I say, Drift says, if you put Richarlison outside the top two, he's not
talking about 10. Mbappe, innit?
Yeah. The one thing I will say, Mbappe and Richarlison, they're not even on the
I'm
same
not gonna lie,
planet.
Mr. Dare I say, Drift,
they're not on the same planet.
I don't even know what you're even trying to say there. Man, trying to say Messi, Laura, Mo, Benzema, VVD, KDB, CR7, Neymar, Oblak, Mane, that order based on the last 3 years. If you want to base it on the last 3 years, are you trying to tell me Mbappe hasn't done better than KDB from an individual perspective? Not like a team perspective, but from an individual perspective. And maybe has he had a better individual than Neymar? Like individual, not again, what, like if you want to compare, and I don't even want to bring this up, but because it's hard to compare, but
I know
how do you compare if you're talking about Mane? Like, first of all, that's wrong. No disrespect, but that should be Salah. And that's why I will say, all right,
he put Mo first.
Did he put Mo in there? Oh, sorry. If that's the case, this might sound a bit harsh, but I don't know how you perceive it. But in Mbappe's body of work,
no, it's not talking to.
You don't think so? Individual, no, but Mane. No, Mane.
Are you having a laugh, bro?
I'm not trying to say.
Are you actually having a laugh? Hold on a minute. I was waiting.
I'm listening, Matt. I'm listening.
My God.
I don't agree, Matt, but I'm listening.
Hear what I'm trying to say. What Mbappe's done for PSG, I think, has been overlooked because we always call it the Farmers League, so to speak. Yeah. But I'm gonna be real.
I'm fully confused, Cal. Like, I'm bamboozled, bro.
I'm gonna bring back up that list. Actually, yeah. I'm just gonna tear it. Let me just tear it up.
Should we do this on another show?
Yeah. Actually, you're still another show.
Still another show.
I'm bamboozled.
I'm not having that though. If you think Mbappe can't speak to no one in the last 3 years, then I don't even know what football. I don't even know what's going on then.
LFC Aaron says we need to put these pretenders in their place tomorrow. Arsenal fans are the most deluded fans, in my opinion. They need to calm down. Kopish for life. LFC Aaron, we love you, bro.
Big up, man.
Next, we're gonna bring on the master tactician, or some would call him the marker tactician. Man like Mark A.
Yeah, hello.
Welcome,
what's going on?
The top of the league himself. Welcome, bro.
Yeah, I'm doing well.
I like that.
Competition is fierce. That's what I'll say.
It is. Street won't be a happy man still.
Yeah, competition's fierce. First question is about Harvey Elliott. I think he's a fantastic player. Start of the season, I think against Chelsea, he played right centre mid. But I've got a question, like if he stayed injury free, because in that game we saw Henderson kind of shoehorned left centre mid, what was going to happen with Henderson? Because for me, if Harvey stays fit, he starts ahead of Henderson.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he does, because it was only a few games, but in that few games he built like a telepathic relationship with Salah and Trent. That right hand side, that triangle was it was amazing to watch. So for me, I think even Klopp realised that's why he shoehorned Henderson left centre mid. So my question is, what would have happened to Henderson? It's obviously theoretical because no one kind of knows, but in your opinion anyway. And then second question is, for midfield, the three problems we have, I think, is quality, injury issues, and the third one no one really talks about is combination. So in essence, like against Brighton, we had I think it was Jones, Henderson, Ox. So quality-wise, look, they're all good footballers in their own right. I'm not going to slander any of them. They're good footballers. Injury-wise, they were all able to start the game, but combination-wise, it didn't work. And we saw like Bissouma and Mwepu just had a field day because that combination didn't work. It was lightweight, you know. They didn't complement each other. So when everyone says, "Oh, you have 8 midfielders," look at the combination. But no one wants to do that. So yeah. And then third one, it's not really a question, but Cal knows I wanted Elisa in the summer, and I wanted Bissouma in midfield. I wanted Ox gone. And Elisa started well to Palace. He's kind of like, he's not really starting games, but he's kind of getting eased in. So my question is, would players like Eze and Elise thrive under Klopp?
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, sick questions,
you are
bro.
such a legend, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
I like that. Mr. Statistical. All right, Mark A, hit me up on a private thing and let me know all of the teams you think are going to win this weekend, bro. I need my ACCA to come in.
Oh, forget that. Mark, hit me up and tell me what you think the lottery numbers are going to be, bro. I want that Tesla money, bro. Mark.
Yeah, it's good to call in though. It's been a while.
No, it's
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, big up, bro. As always, man. Love.
Yeah. Thank you.
Big up, man.
Big up, bro.
I don't really like the way Cal punched the air with the putting down Hendo bit, though.
You know why? Yeah, I think
Cal was like, "Yes, Henderson slander."
I know what he's gonna go back.
What am I going to say,
spoil
Matt?
it. I'll let you go.
No. I want you to spoil it, Matt. What am I going to say, Matt?
I know what you're gonna say.
Go on, tell me.
So Cal's talking about a conversation I think we had near the beginning of the season where we were like, if you had your 3 starting centre midfielders, like who would you pick? And I think like we
asked what would the starting 11 be of the first game of the season.
Oh
we asked that question at the end of last season.
Start 11. And we said
I said I'd rotate Henderson and you man were going to rush me off screen.
No. What you said was opening game of the season, your captain wouldn't be on the pitch. That's what.
Yeah, we kept on stressing that though.
I did say that.
We said things can change, but we said opening day. Remember, we was talking about. We're not going to it, but it was like it says president in it. Like
you
your captain dropped.
Messaged me and said, "Watch when I catch you on road." But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. I keep on saying it. You see that right hand side. The only way that right-hand side continues to thrive is if there's balance on the left-hand side. Genie was more defensive than Hendo when he played a lot of the time. When Robbo went forward, Genie covered. When Trent went forward, Hendo covered. Harvey is not defensive minded. Hendo is not a left-sided central midfielder. Hendo would have come out of that team if Harvey continued to thrive. Because Harvey started the season was our best central midfielder.
So who was playing the so you would have gone Harvey, Fabinho, and who would the other person be, do you think?
It would have to be Thiago or someone. Or Keita.
But remember, Thiago and Keita have both been injured for the most part. What I believe, here's where a lot of people never give Hendo the credit for, just give him a little while and he'll adapt. He's had to do this many times and he'll continue to do it. All he would have done is taken a little time to adapt to that left side. He would have finally worked it out and then he would have been okay. You just got to have a little
this is where it's going to sound like I'm
adaptation time. Do you get what I'm saying?
If you're right-footed playing in that specific role, you've got to be technically a better footballer than Hendo is. And I'm not even trying to shade him. If you look at the technical abilities of him and Genie when it comes to ball retention, filling in gaps and stuff, Genie's better than Hendo.
Yeah,
Keita's
depends
better
what
than
you're
Hendo
asking for. But I don't think Keita plays well on that left either.
Keita plays a lot better on that left than he does anywhere else.
He does, I'll be honest. Yeah, he does. Bruv, he does. And I'm not doing this to kind of like fanboyism or shoot him in.
I get
it.
I just disagree.
To answer the question though, Drift, you think Hendo would have adapted and been our left side?
100%, bro. He's done it many a time.
I have to disagree with that one. I disagree. I kind of feel like Henderson literally is like that kind of right-hand side guy, or he kind of has to play the DM if Fabinho's not doing it. I think the left-hand side, as you said, I think it needs someone like technically good with both feet, and as you said, like tactically as well to understand. Because it sounds weird, but when you're playing not on your favorite side, you can make them little errors and that misjudgment because you favor that one side, and I've seen it before. And I just feel like with Gini Wijnaldum, we never really had that issue. So from a defensive standpoint, I agree that Gini Wijnaldum would be a better fit. And I think if you're talking about going forward, this season, I think we could all see that Harvey Elliott, because he's so technically gifted as well, I think he could play on both sides. And not only that, I know people are going to say I'm shoehorning him in because I like him, but I have to be honest, like Naby Keita gives us a really good dimension on both sides, something that I feel that Henderson doesn't do. Don't mean to say that I think Henderson is not a better or whatever. I'm just saying, just from a technical point of view, and how we want to.
He doesn't play though.
See,
so we have to be realistic. No, but we got to be realistic. He doesn't play.
No. You got a point. But what I will say is, when he does play, we look far better.
I think we look better when Keita plays on the right, personally. I'm not saying he's crap on the left, but I think he's better on the right. He played on the right against Man United, for example.
No, but here's the thing. I've seen Keita in his first couple seasons.
Yeah, maybe he was a bit free roam, but
he was playing more
on the left. His damage was on the right, though.
He was playing more on the left because I remember Henderson was on the right, Naby was on the left, and Fabinho was
in the Man U game you're talking?
No, I'm talking about even like years gone by. When he has played. So for me, I kind of feel like when you're that technically good, sometimes you can play either or. Whereas I feel like Henderson, for me, he kind of fits the profile more of the right centre mid position.
Oh no, I agree with that.
You get what I'm trying to say? And I'm not disrespecting Henderson, by the way, when I say this.
Let's check the tape. Started his Liverpool career as a right midfielder, had to adapt to being a box-to-box. No one said he could do it. He did it. Then no one said that he could adapt to being the number 6.
England under 21s who's playing central midfield, and he played some games for Sunderland at central midfield in the academy as well.
Yeah. I'm not saying he didn't, but he wasn't a box to box though.
He was. And for the under 21s for Sunderland, he played there quite a lot.
He was more of a CM than a box to box. But all right, but he still adapted and did well. No, but he played right midfield for Sunderland.
Sometimes
he did. Sometimes he did.
More than he played midfield. More than he played central midfield.
Arguably, fair enough.
Because remember, that was one of the reasons we bought him. Statistically, they wanted him to start crossing the ball in for Andy Carroll. Remember, that was the whole plan. Yeah. So he adapted to that. Then he adapted to the number 6 role. Then he adapted to the role that we're talking about now that he's best at, when he's the right side of the midfield. Like Henderson adapts if you give him the time. I'm not saying he'll do amazing at it, but eventually he would have adapted to it. Everybody's always doubted him, and then he's come through the doubt and he's proved himself.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
two
saying, he
things.
would have needed a little
Right,
time, but he would have done it.
right, so two things, Drift. One, how much time could we give him? And two, with his age and the fact that he's getting so many injuries now, could he have actually done it based on those things? Because mentality-wise and professionalism can't be questioned. He'd have adapted from that standpoint. But he was a lot younger when he adapted to those positions,
That's true.
His body wasn't as beaten as it is now.
That's true. And those factors do have to be taken into account. I agree.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it's a bit liberty to just go, he could have never done it and it wouldn't have worked. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe I was maybe a bit too harsh saying he couldn't have done it. I don't think it would have worked though.
You wouldn't have been the best option, personally.
Right, so Mark's second question was quality injuries and combination. So more so combination, because we speak about the quality and injuries.
We talk about the combinations all the time now, don't we?
All the time.
I think there's an imbalance with our central midfielders.
Yeah.
Ox, Naby, Curtis Jones, and Harvey Elliott are the attacking minded. We've only got one controller in Thiago. I'm putting the yard on it.
Thiago.
And then we've got effectively one proper box to box in Henderson and one proper DM.
Yeah.
But I'll put this to you before you answer that question though. You know, sometimes you have to shut them out and eat humble pie, and we'll gratefully do it because we're real men, and that's what real men do. We gun the Milner-Hendo combination, yeah? We do. I think as a fan base, we do. But it is statistically proven that they have not conceded more than a goal a game, and I think they've won 100% of games when Naby, Milner, and Henderson have been the three midfielders.
No, we gunned the Hendo, Genie, Milner midfield.
Yeah, it was more
more specifically Hendo and Milner playing at the same time. Let's be real. It was them two playing at the same time that
you
we
might
more
be right,
had
but
the
I think if
problem
there
with.
was someone with a bit of spice in there, we didn't mind.
Right.
But I'm saying Naby, Milner, and Hendo haven't lost a game together. And it's a lot. I think they played together like 13 times or so. It's not even like it's one off. They played together quite a lot.
I hear
and
that,
they've never lost a game.
When we played Milner, Hendo, and Genie as our midfield, it was like seasoning chicken with water and flour. You can still cook it, you ain't gonna get much flavor out of it. And that was the issue.
But ain't that just fried chicken though, bro?
Water and flour.
Not water and flour drift.
Water and flour is better. Ain't that technically just fried chicken?
We don't know, bro. That's what I'm saying. We don't know. How do you mix the two? Does it become breaded? We don't know, innit? Like, it's just not what we want it to be.
It's actually facts.
Add a little paprika and some thyme and
a little bit of all-purpose, some parsley,
some
something.
everyday seasoning.
Yeah, for the something. Can't come in.
Bacon Valley seasoning.
Colonel Secret and that, yeah.
Yeah, so and that's for me what the issue was, which is why I think we do need another box to box, an out and out box to box, and we need another DM. And I think that's where Basuma came in, because he was a hybrid of both. He could do both, in my opinion. So if we were going to be on a budget and we only could get one central midfielder, then he's the one, in my opinion, because he can do both.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it.
Next question for Mark was Eze and Elise. Sorry.
Klopp develops all young talent, so 100% they would have got better.
I'm not going to, but again, this is what I was going to ask. All right. This is what I was going to ask. Why don't we start going after those sort of players then? If Klopp can start nurturing those players, because they're going to cost less.
We ain't got time, Carl. That's all.
My question.
No, that's exactly what it is. They would thrive, but Klopp ain't got all that time. So sometimes
ain't
it can be
time for that.
For real. Yeah. Nah, that's it.
Cool. All right, guys, we're gonna get our last caller. I'm gonna have to shoot for a set though, so I'm gonna bring him on and then come back. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nilante, welcome to the show, bro.
Hey, what's happening, guys? Great show again. Man.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. What's good,
going
bro?
On, bro? What's going on is there was a comment you said before, Matt, something about, you know, when you're talking about food, and a song about something about having hot food. And I was thinking, raw man, like, Matt, where you going with this? Ain't this a PG show out here? You trying to turn this into an X-rated show? I was like, geez, Matt, what's going on, brother?
I tell you what's X-rated. What's
Nah, the
X-rated is
food.
watching Matt eat chicken wings. That's what's X-rated, bro.
Nah, bro, you just gotta tuck it away, bro. You know, certain man, bro.
You know that when you're watching one of those David Attenborough things, and he's like,
Yeah.
now you will see the hyenas devouring the
You're
elephant
actually
carcass.
killing it, you know. Nah, if you know about the food, then people, trust me. You know about the food, then trust me.
To be fair, Drift, to be fair to you, Matt, with chicken wings, listen, when I got chickens in my food, I don't care who you are. I don't care if there's a buff thing across the road from me. I am murking that. You get me?
Trust
I'm
me,
murking that the way
murking all
Salah,
day
you know the way
long.
Salah, you know the way Salah deaded City with that goal? I'm murking that chicken. I don't care if that's lean along across the table. Nah, if I'm hungry, nah, get to one side. You know what I mean?
I hear that. Certain man base their life partner and thing there, you know. Man would just be sitting there watching her eat the wings like, and she's
You know
got
what?
hands, you know, blood. That's wifey, blood.
And the buffet, that's my thing right there.
Tissue, bro. She didn't even care those napkins, bro. She boxed off them wings, blood.
You know what? Funny. You know what? Funny you say that, Drift, Matt. You know what? I actually went to a wedding just last week, and it's one of my boys, my close boys. He's like family. His younger brother got married, and funny enough, him and his missus finally met by what? Outside the chicken shop.
There you go, bro.
This is what I'm saying,
bro. There you go, bro.
Listen, hey. But you know what I used to be? You know, back in the day when obviously, you know, you men are, you know, settled, so I don't want to incriminate anyone. But you know, back in the day when you're free and you're linking girl, bro, you know, certain man used to take certain man. You know what I used to take girl to? Dixie chicken standing $2.99.
Hey, Dixie chicken, brother.
Listen, I'm on a budget out here, B. You get me?
Yeah,
No go.
Dixie is old school, you know.
Old school thing. That's how I know. Yeah.
Put some of that mayonnaise and some of that chili. Hey, straight.
Yeah, burger sauce settings and them ones.
Hey,
there, bro.
trust me. Yeah. So I'll get to my point. So basically, I've got two things. I'll try and be quick because one is a bit of a rant to some of the Kopish people commenting on this thing, yeah. And there's about two particular players, Mane and Gomez, right? So let me start with number one, Gomez. Now, again, it's my opinion. A fully fit Gomez is better than Matip, and I'll tell you the reason why. Right? When Matip first came to the club, he was inconsistent. And yes, don't get me wrong, I like Matip, but he's very erratic, yeah? Now, when Joe Gomez came, he was playing right back, left back, etc., right? But as soon as he got the chance, as you remember, at the start, what was it, 2018-19, look what happened. Him and VVD were murking it. A fully fit Joe Gomez, come on. They were murking it.
That combination was legendary.
No, that is true.
Exactly. Clean sheet after clean sheet after clean sheet. And unfortunately, he had the injury, as we know what Ben Mee did to him. You know, nothing was done. But anyway, but at the same time, when he done that, what happened to Mike? Because for me, personally, Matip was inconsistent. He was up and down. And then Matip's form improved because Gomez stepped up and then Matip raised his levels to be where he is today. So I think a lot of people sleep on Gomez, and just forget, everyone's saying, a lot of these people in these comments saying Gomez is there. Like, I don't know what they've been watching. I don't know if
neither do I, bro. I don't get it.
Like, I don't know if they're Man United supporters or they've been living in cloud cuckoo land and they don't watch the game properly. With all due respect to some of the people coming here, because at the end of the day, I've seen John Gomez live at Anfield and at Charlton, and he's about it. You get me? Yeah, sometimes he can slack off for a bit, but his pace and his reading the game is very underrated, but people don't watch that anyway. And just to forget, Joe Gomez, 1920, he was the main partner for VVD for our title winning season. So I mean, say no more. But that's my opinion.
No, I agree with you, bro. Football recency. That's why people go Gomez.
Exactly, football recency. That's what I'm saying, Drift. I mean, me and you've had our little discussions, you know, since Matt and Cal are busy, you know, living it up, you know. So I'm going to say to you,
I mean, their wings, bro. I mean, their wings.
I'm going to say is, Drift, I'm going to enjoy our messages on Instagram before you start having a child and become a dad, enjoying Matt and Cal and the dad situation, you know. Obviously, say no more, you know, family and all that.
Yeah.
You know? But my second point, obviously, is with Mane. And yes, I know you guys have spoken about it enough, and I've got, again, on and off to the comments. And again, Drift, we've spoken about this offline as well, obviously. And it just does my head in, just the disrespect of this brother. I mean, Can people forget? Can people deep it? Like since he's been at Liverpool, he's got double figures. I hear people saying, "Oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. We should sell him." Let me educate some of the people in these Kopish comments. Yeah, let me educate your brains in it. Let's just get to it. Last season, he was not dead for the whole season, right? He was playing well until December. COVID happened. And yes, he dropped off for the last from January to about March and April, and he picked up again. So I don't understand this wishy-washy people saying, "Oh man, he's dead. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that." Man was been balling out since he came to Liverpool. Remember when he came in when we were 16, 17, and what happened? It wasn't just him, but he near enough single-handedly took us to like Champions League places. Look at the impact he put in. You know what I mean? And people say, and now I'm hearing this season, "Oh, his goals are not how it was, how he used to bang it in 25 yards." I'm just thinking, what are you, man, watching? I study, man, and yes, he's missed cities, but come on, let's be real. Him and Salah are not strikers. Can people deep that? They are not out and out number 9s. They're always going to miss chances in and out. But his numbers and assists in produce, come on, man. So people really need to just lay off this money thing. And look, when he's on the pitch, I'm seeing people in these comments saying, "Oh, he doesn't beat a man." I see him beat plays out Watford City, taking man on. So what are these people watching? Just tell me. Just tell me. He's always in there. He's always trying to make stuff happen. And yes, we all know he's missed some terrible sitters. I hold my hands up. But come on, people, let's just study the game. And let's just stop with this wishy-washy hypocritical thing. "Oh, he's dead." Dude, watch the game, study football. Because if you want, I can educate a lot of you. And certain man on here watch the game. No, say no more. That's it. That's my rant done. And my last one for you, man. 2 classic ballers. Again, Serie A, the Italian league. Who was the better player? Savage, Boban, yeah? Or Varane?
Boban or Varane, you know. Boban, AC Milan, Varane. Jeez!
Oh shit, son. I love it, bro. I love it. And big up for that little money rant still. You did my job for me, big man.
Yeah, that's right, man. Just had to
and if he can't beat a man, what did he do against Atletico Madrid just the other day? It's madness, bro. I don't understand it. But yeah, we move, innit? But no, love as always, bro. Love as always.
Love as always. Big yourself up. Big up Kel, wherever he's doing anyway. Yeah, but yeah, I will keep supporting and yeah, just Biggie man's up. I'm sorry, just shout out to one of the Abbots before and it's Finners and I think it's LA 10 as well. So like some man I've been chatting to, they're cool anyway in the Kopish families. But yeah, big yourself up, you man, yeah?
Yeah.
No, big up, bro. Have a blessed weekend, man.
Yeah, you too. Peace.
Big up.
Take care, bro.
Boban or Varane. You're the Italian connoisseur. Obviously, I know my Italian football, but you're the Italian connoisseur. So I'll let you go first, bro. Boban or Varane, bro.
This is mad because
and don't think about Man United, Varane, because it makes it a bit unfair.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking about Lazio Varane, and I'm thinking about Boban.
Palmer Varane, bro.
And what about AC Milan Boban?
That's a tough one still.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Varane slightly edges it because I remember when I saw Varane originally, and I was like, "This guy's different." Like, don't get me wrong, Boban's sick. I think Boban is absolutely incredible. And I don't even like going against the AC Milan. Excuse me, like legends of the game, but I think I might slightly go with one Sebastian Varane, you know, because the Man
United thing was a glitch.
Yeah.
And Lazio Varane
different. Whereas Boban,
remember that Parma team that had Buffon, Thuram, Cannavaro, Crespo, Varane,
the team was mad. Yeah,
fucking hell, bro. That team was a joke, bro.
Boban was a G. Do you know? All right, do you know what I'm gonna say? I need to go and watch some more tapes because that's a close one to the point where I'm like, no, but Boban was a genius, bro. Boban was a genius. I'm not talking about.
I forgot Varane played for Chelsea. You're mad.
Yeah, but that Varane was different, though. I'm talking about Varane, Lazio.
You know
what I'm saying? I'm Palmer Varane, where Varane really balled out. So
I think know what?
Boban,
Chelsea and Man United it probably is a big glitch on Varane's career because it was about 4 or 5 years, right?
I know, but I'm just trying to dig out because he says Serie A, innit? That's how he didn't mention Premier League. That's
if you're talking about but if you're talking about only Italy, Boban has a bigger legacy in just Italy because he was there the whole time, isn't it?
This is what I was gonna say. I think Boban's legacy probably outweighs Juan Sebastian's, but It's what I'm saying. You know what? I'm a cheat here.
I remember when Varane went to Man United and we thought they bought the cheat code. I'm not gonna lie. When they signed Varane, I thought Man United had bought the cheat code.
I'm glad they didn't buy Varane in his prime or something. Cause
no, they did, bro. They just ruined him.
No, do you know what it is?
Technically, they did get Varane in his prime, but they just ruined him, bro.
I think he didn't.
He never suited the Prem.
He never acclimatized to them as well, for real. So that's a bad
boy, you know.
That's a tough one.
I'll go Varane over preference though. I'm being a bit biased if I'm being honest. But Boban
was a genius. Damn. I think he was Croatian as well, Boban. Boban was different, man.
I just remember when Man United got Varane thinking they bought the cheat code.
Boban Croatian? I'm trying to remember his nationality. No, Boban was disgusting.
But remember, their combination in midfield was going to be Varane, Keane, and Scholes, bro.
Yeah.
But if that had worked...
No, it would have been a problem.
It would have been a joke. And then did they have, like, Jemba or one of them man there as a backup? Which is a pretty decent fourth choice when you play 4-4-2. Or Nicky Butt or one of them man there. I'm not going to lie. If it had worked, it would have been a problem.
It would have been serious, I can't even lie.
It would have been a problem.
All right, so one of Nilan's other questions was about Sadio Mane.
Well, he just went on a rant. We don't even have to. He did all the talking. We don't really have
to answer that. I think all I'll say on this, I don't think you even need to say anything because I already know how you feel. All I will say is, when people were slating Mane last season, for me, I feel it was well over the top. I understand someone might not, be the same player as they were, so to speak, and he didn't obviously had COVID and his form dipped. But I think when people started saying things like, just get rid of him, he's in the bin, he's done. It's just like, are you joking? You can say, I don't mind people saying he's out of form and he's not having a great run again. That's absolutely fine. That happens to players. But when people start saying bin him and all that crap, I was like, yeah, this fan base has gone too far. And I hope I'm not, saying certain people were saying that, but there was a lot of people in the fan base that were criticizing, man, saying he should get in the bin. And it was like, are we forgetting what this guy is about, what he's done and what he can still do?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You just got to let man show it.
All right, let me ask you a question, bro. And then we'll wrap it up. If you're at a football club for 5 years, and for 4 of those 5 years, you're sensational.
Oh, you know what you're going to say.
And then in that 5th year, you drop down to like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. So you're all right. You're decent. You're just not hitting the heights you used to. Yeah. At what point do you stop factoring in the legacy? Because what I feel like everyone did is they forgot about the legacy. And I feel like that is proper the wrong way to be. Because I get that you can't always live on past things. But when man has a legacy at a club, how do you just turn your back on a man with one dip in form?
Because it's another thing. So we was in a bad way last season, and dare I say, and I'm gonna let some people off of a bly, because we was in such a bad way with our defense and how we was playing and how we thought we would be as we were trying to defend the title. Everything kind of went up in smoke very early when VVD went down and players being injured, all our defense got injured. People getting COVID as well. It was a really weird time. Like, it was a weird time. Like, no one knew what was happening. Well, when was football going to be played again? And then you see your own player get COVID as well. We don't really factor that in. We kind of just thought, is that COVID? But no, it should be fine. Some people obviously have long COVID as well. I know Mane did say he had tests and whatnot to see if he had anything that was affecting him just in general. And he said it was all came back fine. But sometimes these things can be mental fatigue as well. I just think with Sadio Mane, it's the classic line drift of form is temporary, class is permanent. And I just think some people are sight of that. Not everyone, some people. And that's what I think happened with Sadio Mane. Because you look at Sadio Mane this season, and he's been absolutely fine. Like, there's no reason as to why we should be thinking, he's done, he's in the bin. Like, Sadio Mane, if I'm not mistaken, is our second or third highest goal scorer.
No, he's been banding up this season.
He's the second highest goal scorer in the Premier League behind Salah for us. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's taking people on. He looks fit. He looks energized. Yes, not every time it's going to work out. And yes, he's probably slightly evolved his game as well. Because one thing I do love about Mane, it's not just about pace with Mane. Mane, I'm like what I'm seeing for Mane as well. He's trying to become more of a complete player like Salah, and I think they're actually egging each other on as well to be like, let's be more complete. Let's not just rely on raw pace. That's what Salah was doing, arguably from last season, and I kind of feel like Mane's starting to do it now a bit this season as well because he's realizing, right, I'm getting a little bit older, a little bit more miles in the tank. Let me change up my game a bit. I'm not just gonna try and try skin a man every single time. That's not always
His
how
movement,
you
bro.
beat
Because here's the thing. Even though there are times when he really does frustrate me with some of his misses, yeah, I'll agree with that. As much as a Mane guy as I am, yeah, there's occasionally be like, I can't believe Mane missed that. But he gets in the position, and if I'm being real with you, bro, all bias aside, Mane is our most dangerous player. If you talk about the opposition and what they feel a fear factor,
I think
because
it's Salah,
Mane is
Salah.
You know what the difference is? Salah will do a madness out of nowhere.
No, but his fear factor
makes him
higher.
No, but that's what I was going to say. So his fear factor looks better because of how spectacular those moments can be. But if you're talking about a constant, all the time, even out of form, Mane was still the one getting in the box and getting the chances. If he missed it, you would judge him for it, but he was getting in there. Because let's be real, in the last 4 games when Salah hasn't scored, he's also had no chances, bro. So what's the problem? Why is he not even getting into the position to get the chance? Because he hasn't been crap. He just hasn't been involved almost. At least when Mane's having a bad game, he's still involved. And you come out the game and go, I can't believe Mane missed. But you know what?
I just think
at least he's still getting involved, bro. And that's why I say Mane's always dangerous. No matter what is going on with his form, he's always dangerous, bro.
I think that, no, do you know what? I don't want to get into it now. I think they're both dangerous. I disagree with you on Mane being more dangerous. I can understand why you would say that. I still think he's Salah, but I respect what you're saying because I do understand that if Mane don't score, I think people are quick to say, he won't really doing that, and when they're not realizing the areas that he's picking up, and not only that,
carry the threat then. That might be a better way to put it. I think Mane is always consistently carrying the threat.
Yeah, no, of course. And I think
that's probably a better way to put it.
I think people, you hear a lot of defenders say, like, who's the player you hate coming up against? A lot of them actually say Mane over Salah. And so if a defender's saying that, you're going to know that, in their team brief, whatever, they're going to say, like, Mane's like mad serious, like, we need to double up on him. And that can allow Salah to have more space. And I think it's a benefit. And it's how you look at it. Sometimes Mane can
complement each other.
Of course, that's why as a combo.
But like I said, I would rather come out of the game where Mo played crap, but he missed 3 or 4 chances, and I know we're still getting the chances, rather than like when we came out of the Brighton game, when we came out of the West Ham game, we were like, Mo didn't do anything in that game. And that's the difference with Mo, is that Mo's a 10, and then when he has a bad game, you're like, hold on a minute, did Salah do anything today? And that's why I just feel like I like the fact that Mane, even when he's off, he will still carry a threat. That's the only difference I find between the two. I think when Mo's having a bad game, he just has a bad game. But Mo's good game is better than Mane's good game. Do you get what I'm saying? So in general, I'll say Mo has better good games if you're talking about spectacular moments than Mane does. But when Mo's a bad game, he doesn't necessarily offer anything, whereas Mane doesn't have as good of a good game as Mo, but I think he has better bad games because he'll still be involved even when he's having a bad game. Does that make sense?
For me, that's
what I'm
up for
saying?
debate. I think that's up for debate. I think that's something that, to be fair, that's something that I think we'd have to look back on. You know, like when the season's done, like maybe we'll just do a video where you look back and you think, like, where was that player? Like, just because he scored, or if he didn't score, was he really affecting the game? So that to be fair, that's an argument, excuse me, to be made. So I hear you on that. I think that's something that we should definitely look back on. Let me read out a few super chats as well. Bassett1 says, Mane and Genie started this club era, 2 huge moves, 100% 2 huge moves. Let me see if I can bring up some more super chats if I have any. Why is my computer going mad? Nilante says, Ash says, Nilante speaking facts. Gomez and that's it. The Joe Gomez thing, what Nilante was saying.
You know how I feel about Joe already, bro.
I know. I will just say for this, I think Joe Gomez is absolutely amazing. However, I think when him and Matip are both fit, I think Matip slightly edges it. But if someone brings me an argument with Gomez, I'm not going to sit here and saying you're chatting rubbish. I think it's such like a fine margin. And I think it's just who you prefer, their styles and what they can both bring, because they're both very different defenders. And I think they both complement VVD in different ways. So 100%.
That's what I love about our forward defender combo. We've got a bit of everything in all of the players. And then you even throw Phillips in, and Phillips is a diehard, get kicked in the face kind of guy. We've got a perfect blend of we do.
Definitely. We do. Eden 10 says Mane is like Mount, even when he's played bad, he's involved. No, that's a fair.
And I agree with that, bro. I agree with that.
So what he says, goes, Nilante is from Aston. Nilante speaking facts. Gomez and Mane are done. FIFA generation needs to calm down. All got short memories. Boban was sick, but Palmer, Lazio, everyone was absolutely flames. That is
I think that is. I think I'm gonna go for one over Boban if you really push me to give you one.
Definitely. Kadir Hassan says we miss Hender's leadership skills, so Phil Klopp would have given him time, but maybe he has lost a yard of pace too. That's in regarding to the LCM role we're talking about, the left side of midfield role. That's a fair thing to say.
I don't think he's lost a yard of pace. I think it takes him longer to get back up to speed. I think that's what the problem is. Yeah, I think that's age is stopping him from getting back into rhythm as quickly as he used to. I think that's more what the problem is.
Yeah. Rahil says, to be honest, no one spoke about Mane missing 2 cities versus West Ham. He got away with it. Salah bags those. That's the difference. I mean, it's hard to say because we've all seen Salah miss some chances where you're like, how on earth did you miss that? So I know what you're saying. You're basing it on, and this is me not having a go at you, Rahil. That's you basing it on the form that Salah's been in this current season. But I still even feel like with Salah being as good as he has been this season, him and Mane do miss chances like that, both of them. Like they're both capable of missing a chance where we would all look at it and go, how did you miss that?
Bro,
like,
when we got knocked out by Real Madrid at Anfield, nobody can explain to me how Mo missed that chance. It was on his left foot and it was 10 yards out. And he absolutely fluffed it. Yeah. Nobody can explain to me how that even happened. I remember the chance that Mo missed against Man United. Thankfully, he got the winning goal later on. But you remember that time when Robertson cut the ball back to him and he was like bro, 6 yards out, bro. I don't even know what. Like, they both missed those type of chances. And this is what I'm trying to say. They are both that type of player. The only difference for me is that because Salah is a better goal scorer than Mane, he gets forgiven a bit more.
Maybe.
You get what I mean?
No.
Because if you miss 10 chances and score 20, or you miss 10 chances and you score 11, you're going to always kind of give a blight to the man who gets the 20 because he scored more. But I think they missed the same amount of chances. I'm going to be real. It's just Salah's a better goal scorer than Mane. So it's easier for him to make it up.
Maybe.
That's how I look at it anyway.
No, fair enough. But people, we're going to end it there. One thing we will say to people, make sure you tune in tomorrow. Massive game. Listen, we will all be there tomorrow. Listen, I'm sick, as you can hear. My kids are sick as well. Big up my kids as well. They're really ill at the moment, but hopefully they're feeling better. I know Carl's on well as well. Drifty a little bit under the weather as well. Everyone's feeling a bit of this flu thing at the moment. Do you know what I mean? But we got a massive game tomorrow. We come together. Liverpool versus Arsenal. Massive game. We'll be obviously doing a watch along for that as well, people. So stay tuned for that. And also we're doing a match review afterwards. So yeah, people, just make sure you come join us, man. Let's go and get these 3 points and we move and show these Arsenal, man, what it's all about. Do you know what I mean? They're coming to Anfield. We don't mess about here, and I'll show them what the real deal is. But I just want to say thank you to everyone that's joined us tonight as well. Do you know what I mean? We've got some amazing callers that we've had today, some legends in the building.
Big up everyone, man.
As always, do you know what I mean?
I am gassed for Armez dub, you know. I'm never gonna lie, bro.
Armez dub is gonna be sick as well. Listen.
We might as well take the people out with that on that note. I'm not even gonna lie. Friday, we started on a vibe. Let's end on a vibe, bro.
We end with it. So, Drift, if you could take us out, people, we'll see you again tomorrow. Liverpool, Arsenal, we rolling, people. Let's do this thing.